Welcome to episode 56 of the We Don't Know Jack podcast. We got a full house in here today.
We do.
2 weeks in? No. 2 out of 3 weeks we had a full house. Last week we didn't.
Last week, no. But this week we do.
We have Emily Gawazinski here and Issa Craig here.
Hello.
I got both names right.
Yeah.
You did.
How about that?
I'm proud of you.
Your last name I've had more trouble with because that damn news class.
Yep. If it helps, my high school principal couldn't say my last name, and he was also my middle school principal.
Oh.
So he couldn't say it. And then he also, when my sister graduated, he was the principal because my sister graduated when I was a freshman. So, like, he moved up with, like, our class. Couldn't say it.
It is phonetic, I'm starting to realize.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just look
you
at
just
it
have
and
to
you're
look
like,
at it and
wow,
understand the Polish and vowels to consonants
Because
situation.
I interviewed you yesterday for class.
Yeah.
And I had to put your name on it for the quotes. Mm-hmm. And I typed it out, and I was like, see if I did that right. And I checked it, and I spelled it right, because it's just...
It's literally just how it sounds.
Yeah, it's exactly how it sounds.
Yeah.
And Issa, I met about 10 minutes ago.
Yep. I'm just followed along, dragged here by Emily.
I had a feeling you were going to bring somebody, but I didn't know who.
Yeah, I bring fun people.
We had dinner together, and she's like, "You're coming with me." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here.
I've been pretty entertained so far.
So funny.
So everything you
We
guys
got good
said,
stories.
We're
can't-
hilarious.
We can't talk about any of the stuff you guys talked about beforehand. But you can tell it's gonna be a chaotic episode today.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, we're chaotic.
Yep.
Neither one of these two are Southern, and they both talk like they're fully Southern. I don't know if it's coming through at all or not, but they're talking like they're from Alabama.
I like to think I'm from Mississippi.
Usually,
when
I say, okay, listen, I have
do
a
have
lot
a
of people
Mississippi
ask me where I'm from
Yeah.
because of the way that I talk, which is completely fake. Anyone listening, I do not have a Southern accent.
No,
See,
she
you fooled me,
doesn't.
though, 'cause I asked you right before we started recording. I said, "Where are you from?" Because I didn't know if you were from South Texas or like.
Yeah, usually I say I'm from Arkansas.
Specifically
Peoria, which is from Illinois.
Yeah,
and
Peoria's
hoping
Illinois.
they catch on.
They usually
they don't.
They're
They
like,
don't.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So a story that I have.
Uh-oh.
So I work
About
up
this
in
accent.
student involvement up in Evans, and there's this character. He is in a frat, and he
He was at line leader training with
and
her.
I'm
is
going to
that?
be a line leader this summer.
It's like the mentors during NSO, so
Yeah.
like new student
so
orientation.
they help like the freshmen
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a
be
thing.
freshmen.
Well, it's too late now.
Well, actually, no, they are still hiring. If you would like
He's
to be
a
a lion,
senior.
I graduate
never
in a
mind.
week.
If you're listening, if you want to be a lion leader, apply.
I loved it. I love it.
I'm probably gonna love it.
I didn't
You're
know
gonna love it.
what NSO was.
It's new student orientation.
Were you a transfer?
Yeah.
They do have.
They have a transfer news
You're
student orientation.
supposed to
It
go
was,
to that.
It was like a 2 hour. Well, isn't new student orientation like a week long?
Yeah.
This was like 2 hours.
Well, we also
that I went
this
there.
year we're having summer session.
Yes, there's summer NSOs,
Yes.
which I think is really smart.
You want to
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit? Because I have no idea what that is. It seems like
do
you
you
guys are a
want me
big
to
part
do
of that.
Yeah, because I
Wait,
don't
do you want to
remember.
finish your story though?
Neither
My
one of you two
story.
are
Wait,
talking
my
to the
story.
mics either.
First of all, so I work up in
Sorry.
student involvement, and this guy, I literally don't know his name.
I don't know.
Don't say his name.
I don't know.
Yeah, I literally could not tell you his name. And so a couple of weeks ago when I first started working there, he was like, "Where are you from?" Because I was talking in this Southern accent. I do it when I get nervous usually. And he was like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, like, ha ha ha, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri." Like, I was being for real with him. And he was like, "Really? Like, you sound so Southern. Like, where are you actually from?" I was like, "No, like, I'm literally from St. Louis, Missouri."
I mean, people from where you're from kind of talk like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the Midwest.
Yeah.
We're in the Midwest.
When you get
so-
out past Arnold, you know,
Yeah.
you got to start saying your words there. Like window becomes window.
I don't say that.
Not yet.
I don't
yet.
say that. And I say soda. Not
She
pop.
does say soda.
Soda. I don't do pop.
No.
I don't call.
Anyways.
How about sody pop?
Near.
Nair.
No.
Near.
There's the Australian.
Near. Anyways. So he was like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "St. Louis, Missouri." And he's like, "Are you being for real? Like, you have such a Southern accent." And So I was like, no, like for real. And so I'm talking in this southern accent. And so we have line leader training. This was on Saturday. And I'm talking in my normal accent because I'm around like my bosses and stuff like that. And
behave.
I'm behaving. I'm being normal. And so like whatever, this goes fine. I see him on Monday and he turns around and he's like, were you at line leader training? And I was like, yeah.
She says this in the country accent too.
I said, yeah.
She goes, yeah.
And he's like, you're a liar. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you're not Southern.
He
Your
also
accent
called you
is
rude.
fake. He's like, you're so rude. And so then I leave, I come back, and then he's like, oh, the liar's here. And I said, I'm not a liar, you're a believer. You are a believer. Because I never lied. I said I was from St. Louis.
Yeah,
You
he just believed that she had a country accent.
You guys both are pretty good at that accent.
Well, mine's kind of real too because of where I'm from.
Yeah, in Springfield.
But some words I don't actually have a country accent with. Some words I do.
You went in and out there.
Yeah.
Some of it was country.
Yeah,
some of it.
Yeah, we can go pretty.
We can go in and out of it. We can add in.
Some was Springfield. Some was.
Yeah, some was Springfield. Some was fake.
Yeah,
for sure.
Is this like? So you guys are both dancers.
Yeah.
Is this like a dance thing? You guys all talk with accents, or is this just like you two?
So last year, my roommate and I used to do it all the time, and then my friend who was on Lionettes would always like come over and be with us, and she developed it, took it back to Lionettes. Some of the Lionettes started talking like that, and then later on, she became our coach, and now she talks like that when like we start to talk like that, and she's like.
Yeah, well, and I also have a problem with developing accents based off of who I'm hanging out with. So
she
like
developed
one time,
a New York accent.
So one time I was hanging out with someone who had a New York accent, and then then their friend was like, "Where are you from?" Because I apparently started talking in a New York accent.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's like a superpower.
Yeah.
I feel like.
And I don't even notice it sometimes.
So you're unintentionally sometimes talking in an accent?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so like
That's impressive.
I'm terrified for the day that I hang around someone who like speaks a different language, like if they're like French or because I can also do like if I hang around someone who speaks Spanish a lot when I'm around my mother a lot because she speaks some Spanish, I develop a Spanish accent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that's a thing. Like people, if they move to a different country, like if you move to London or something, you start talking like.
Yeah, I can do it within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That is a superpower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
It's really like when
I don't notice it either.
Around like the Canadians that we have on campus, like because we're friends with the women's ACHA hockey team.
Okay.
So we'll get around them, and then sometimes like they'll be talking and they'll say like A or something, and then all of a sudden she's Canadian.
Yes.
It just takes one word?
Yeah.
Just takes A?
Well, and there was also another time where I was
Hold
hanging
it.
out with someone who was Canadian, and then he was asking me.
He was like, "Are you from Canada?"
And I was like, yeah.
Because she was wearing
Yeah,
a shirt
yeah.
that said like Quebec or some.
It was a Canadian hockey shirt.
Yeah, and he goes, "Are you from Canada?" And she
I was like, yeah. He's like, where from? Like, which, what is it, province?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
She goes, "Quebec."
Quebec.
And he goes, "Oh, I'm from blah blah blah." And she goes,
Like, oh my God, that's amazing. I know some people from
I
there.
think they speak French in Quebec, don't they?
French
Maybe.
Canadian.
Maybe.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's not
I
all.
couldn't
It's
tell
like,
you.
like Vancouver doesn't speak a whole lot of French.
No.
No, it's like
It's
like
mainly
Toronto.
Quebec.
Yeah. So
So I'm just, I don't know.
it just
It just- yeah.
happens when like she doesn't want someone to know where she's from. She's like,
Well,
"Yeah,
'cause,
no,
like,
I'm
if
from
it's
here."
a random person, I'm not going to tell you where I'm from.
So were you making it up when you said you're from St. Louis?
No, I
she
actually
actually
am. I actually am
You
from
could have
St.
fooled
Louis.
me though. You had me fooled. I thought
I'm pretty good at it.
You do the Southern accent really well.
And I've literally learned it from hanging around people who have real Southern accents.
Okay.
And that's how I have it now.
I've known you long enough.
Yeah.
I can tell when you actually.
Yeah,
You go in
can
and
tell
out.
when I'm like actually like talking in my normal voice with like my normal country accent.
I can tell.
versus,
Usually
like-
you have a lot of energy when you come in with a different accent.
Yes.
You come into class talking like you're
Yeah.
from Mississippi.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this could be a fun class today.
No, I think I'll do that.
It's usually when we have
our last
work
class with
together.
like Paul.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just come in. I'll be like, "Paul, did you know I'm from Mississippi?"
Do it.
And like just talk like that the entire
it.
time.
Do
And he won't know.
He
Yeah.
would find that funny.
He would be like, "What?" And then the last like hour of class, I'll be like, so actually, I'm from Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah, you just believed me.
That class gets so
You
out of
believer?
control so fast.
It does. This class
It was
is
bad. You missed the last one. It was.
Where was I?
There was just 4 of us.
SLS Awards. That's where I was.
No, it wasn't last week. It was the week
No,
before.
that was Friday. SLS Awards were on.
The SLS awards were on Tuesday.
Then where was
It was
I?
before you went home for Easter.
Oh, that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, that one. There was 4 of us there. Danny left early, and then it was us 2, David, and Stonic.
Bo wasn't even
Bo was
there.
there. Bo was
Okay, I was
there.
like,
She just walked by. She was just out there.
oh, Slay Queen.
I almost opened the door. Until I come.
Bo, come back.
Yeah, it got so out of hand so fast.
That class, well, because they'll just start randomly talking about things, and you're like, I don't think,
Breathing fire with Everclear and stuff.
I don't think you should be talking about this as a professor.
But it's fun though.
But it's fun, and like we're learning what not to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're still learning.
Yeah, I've learned a decent amount in there. I don't know what I learned, but I learned stuff.
I
learned how to breathe fire.
There you go.
That's nice.
David taught me how to
nice.
throw cards.
Yeah.
So-
that
David
happened
taught
in
me that
was
he
after
has a
class.
knife in his car,
Oh.
like a pocket knife.
That was one of the funniest.
Because
That's nice.
When-
Was he a Boy Scout? Does he
Yeah.
have?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Boy Scout.
Usually, you need to have like a license for that. My dad and my brothers both they all have licenses for their.
Well, most of the time you
knives.
can just carry a pocket knife.
yeah,
No, usually you need a license.
I think if it's like a certain like thickness,
Yeah, if it's a certain
like
kind of
a
knife.
certain
Oh,
like a certain length and thickness.
Got
I mean, this is a dull old
It was
Boy Scout knife.
literally a dull. Like
It
Bo
was-
literally only needed it to cut
String.
string.
my dad used to freaking use his pocket knife to like cut freaking like splinters out of my feet.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
What?
crazy. Yeah.
yeah,
What?
Yeah,
That's
Hold
some
on.
backwoods shit.
no, literally,
Hold
like
on.
That's southern.
no, yeah, you didn't do that.
How often did that happen? You were getting splinters in your feet.
Well, you like walk around. Well, okay.
You a barefoot child?
You want to tell them you're
You walk around barefoot, and then you're also allergic to grass, and
Oh,
so
Yeah, that'll do it.
and so then you get like a grass splinter, and you're like
A grass
aller-
splinter?
Yeah,
Nah, hell is a grass?
like grass blades are really sharp.
they're really sharp if you like.
and you can like
you
get
can
them
cut
into
yourself
your foot.
on
Yeah.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like just regular grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously if you're just walking normally,
But like if you're like on your grass barefoot for
Yeah.
long enough, you can. Get
you can like
I was never a barefoot child.
oh
I was always a shoe person.
You didn't live a childhood then.
no, you
I
don't.
don't like walking around
Sorry.
barefoot.
Maybe go touch grass.
You're
Well, I
from
used to go
With your
Eureka.
feet.
I used to go outside all the time. I was
You just-
Maybe just touch it with your feet and see how it feels.
Have you?
I've
Yeah.
done it.
Well, I guess I'm also like I also liked tanning as a kid too.
Yes.
So then you just walk.
She
around
also
barefoot.
we're also
not something I did.
dancers where like we were in not
Barefoot.
regular shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless it was
I'm
like
used to being
hip hop
barefoot like
or
98% of
something.
the time.
Yeah.
I'm not. I am not used to
See,
it.
like I was a gymnast and a dancer. I was barefoot a good.
Yeah. Like at my
chunk of my
house,
life.
we like take off our shoes like the second you get in the house.
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't walk,
on- I'm
you
on
don't
board
walk
with
on
that.
the carpet with shoes on.
I'm on board
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
It's the barefoot. I don't like being barefoot outside because the ground was too hot. Like in the summertime, if I'm walking around outside, the ground.
Maybe
too
I
hot.
just got calluses on my feet.
Maybe
Well, if you-
Because
yeah.
the ground, I don't feel the heat on the ground.
In the summertime, you walk on the driveway, you don't feel.
Yeah, no.
feet feel like they're on fire.
No,
No.
if I move quick, and I usually move quick enough to where I don't feel
I'm
it.
a very.
I also
slow
have
moving human.
insane calluses on my feet.
Yeah,
From just dancing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because
don't
I
have
did
any.
I did point work when I was in high school.
What is that?
Like point shoes.
You know,
you're
like
on
ballet.
like your toes. You're
Yeah.
on your toes the entire
Oh.
time.
Yeah.
Like not like on the balls of your feet. You're on the top of your toes.
That sounds painful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it
It's
is.
very painful.
You built
It
some
is.
nice calluses though.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I can turn barefoot.
yeah.
You do what?
Turn barefoot.
So like she can like
Oh, on your,
Usually
On
you
your-
need like shoes
on
to
your
turn, but I
balls,
can turn
yes, yeah.
barefoot.
because your toes are bound or.
Because I have
calloused
calluses and
Yeah.
they're not as like they're very
they're
smooth.
yeah. You don't have like a print on them usually.
Yeah.
I know
I don't have
absolutely
feet print.
nothing about.
You don't have a footprint.
Yeah.
A feet print?
Yeah, feet print like both my feet.
Oh, okay. It's like footprint.
Yeah.
2 footprints.
One time when I went to
Feet prints?
UDA camp, I lost my callus. The entire thing fell off. That was real painful.
Yeah.
Ew.
Feel bloody.
No,
No.
no.
No,
It was just
usually it's just like
It just falls off.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
You know, like a chestnut on a horse.
No.
It's like that.
Okay.
It's like
You can look that
I
up.
mean,
You
later.
can look it up.
I've had calluses on my hands before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like
Stuff.
that.
I've calloused my hands.
Have you
up.
ever ripped a callus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
it's just
that.
like that.
Yeah, that would bleed.
Oh,
Oh,
You're sensitive.
Well, it was different. I was hanging on. I rock climbed for a while.
Yeah, I play guitar. I have calluses along my fingers.
Yeah.
You broke her on that one for a second. Turned face down.
You're sensitive. Okay. That was crazy. Anyways. But yeah, no, I lost an entire callus, like on the ball of my foot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's probably not comfortable.
No, and then I had to like dance on it the day after.
Do you wrap it or anything?
No. No.
No, sometimes
You gotta let it breathe.
Because you have to let it. You can't like put something on it because it has to breathe, so it doesn't get
that,
infected.
and you want to build up your callus again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to grin and bear it and hope it doesn't.
Well, that
bleed.
and I had because it was UDA camp, so I
What
ripped
is
it. Universal Dance Association.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know dance at all, so I know gymnastics for the most part.
Lion
I don't know
competes
dance.
at UDA Nationals, which is like the dance Super Bowl.
Okay.
And then
That's the one in like Disney World or something?
Yes.
And then Lionettes competes at NDA Nationals, which is in Daytona, like on the bandshell, on the beach,
Yeah,
all
been
the
to Daytona.
things. Yeah.
Got a condo
So
in the city over there.
when I was in high school, we did UDA competitions, and then to be able to compete at UDA, you have to do their UDA camp.
Yes. Or you
And
do
it's
like an intensive or something.
Yeah, you do. It's a 4-day camp, and then you like learn routines, and then on the last day you perform all the routines that you learned, and then you can get like ribbons and medals and all the things.
Okay.
And so I ripped it on the 3rd day,
Oh.
and then I had to like basically perform. I had to perform my A routine, my B routine, all American, and then there was also like a performance routine that I had to perform, all on this ripped callus, which was very, very painful.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I feel like dance in general is painful.
Yeah.
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 It can be.
All my joints pop now.
Yeah, same. I have arthritis.
Yeah.
Diagnosed in high school.
You're too young to have arthritis.
I literally have arthritis.
She has it though.
You're too young for that.
That's not true.
If my knees, if I'm sitting
I
like,
believe you.
if I'm
That's
sitting
not
just
good.
like straight for too long, I can't feel my knees.
Yeah.
Is that from dance and gymnastics? Or?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
dance, gymnastics,
I didn't know
cheer.
you did gymnastics.
I
You don't talk about that
cheered,
much.
did gymnastics, and danced when I was little.
So you never had any free time.
No. And then when I stopped doing gymnastics and cheer, I did softball, volleyball,
Good Lord.
swim.
Very involved, girl.
Yeah.
Was this in like high school?
Middle school through high school, yeah.
I didn't know you did any of that.
I swam,
didn't
I played
know you played
softball. It's like for 1 year. My friend's dad put a team together because he told her that she played softball that he would get them a puppy.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
So then she got a puppy, but she had
That
to
is
play
so
softball.
nice.
That was fun.
I wish
It's
I got
fun.
a puppy.
I got yelled at for playing in the dirt.
That's real.
How old were you?
Me too, girl.
Probably like, this was like this was like elementary school because
Okay.
we played on our
Say, if
our
you're playing in the
elementary field.
dirt, you're definitely like 8.
No, I was
Yeah.
definitely like, yeah, like
You
I
still
was
had
young.
machine
Yes,
pitch.
I was. No, we had like actual like pitchers.
It's brutal. The
Yes.
first year?
We got told by one of our coaches though that if we got out and we didn't swing at a pitch, we would have to run the field.
Oh.
And
So-
she never made that. Like, she was the assistant coach,
Right.
So the head coach was like, "You really care that much?"
Yeah, you're little kids.
So
Like,
apparently
we were
they've
little.
changed
You're going to
the-
make them
Yeah.
do that?
They've changed the rules for 9U softball.
Mm,
You know that 9-10U softball when it's that first year of pitching?
yeah,
And the ball just rolls to the plate every time?
yeah.
At least where my cousins played in 9U, they put if you walked on 4 pitches,
Mm-hmm.
you get one swing off the tee.
Oh, I like that.
And it made the game go so much faster. Because I've umpired a lot of 10U softball, and it's the worst thing ever. Because the ball rolls to the plate, or it comes up straight up in the air and just drops.
Yep.
And you can't call it because you don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
Because then you got to call it like a slow pitch. They don't teach you a slow pitch zone.
See, all of our pitches always made it like they were like you had your specific people who like
Yeah.
you got to pick where you wanted to go, and if you wanted to pitch, you got like trained on how to pitch.
Yeah.
So you could actually like pitch the ball.
Well, I'm sure these kids got trained, but it's their first time doing
Yeah.
it. They don't know. And it's a weird motion, too.
It
softball.
is. Softball pitches are weird because you have to like. It's weird.
I want to play slow pitch softball.
They have intramural softball.
It's a little late
sure
for
that
that.
is. It
I
is.
wish we would have done intramurals this year.
Maybe you can put it together next year.
Okay.
I can't.
You guys can talk normal. You're both whispering.
I'll be graduated, so I can't help you with that.
Are you staying in the area?
Okay.
Yeah.
Staying in St. Charles or just...
It's like 10 minutes down to 70.
Okay.
So,
That's not bad.
no, not bad at all.
Why are you staying here? What made you...
I don't want to go home.
She's a St. Louis girl.
I don't like Springfield,
You've
Illinois.
always seemed like you're more St. Louis.
Yes.
I haven't known you that long, but you've
I
always
am
seemed
a
more
very St. Louis, like, I basically, like, my grandpa lives 40 minutes from the school. I grew up with, like, coming down every weekend. Most of our cheer competitions were down here.
Okay. So you spent most of your life here?
Yes.
But you just lived in Springfield?
Like, I would go to school in Springfield, and then weekends, like, if I didn't have a competition or a recital or anything like that, I'd be...
You don't want to work full-time for the Horseshoes?
Okay, hang on.
I was trying to be funny. I didn't know I said something like that.
Here we go.
As much as I love the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes, love them. They gave me literally, like, my closest friends. I have learned almost everything that I can from that position.
Okay. It's time to move on.
Yes.
No full-time
Like,
jobs there?
No, they offered me one when I went home over Easter break. They were like, do you want to come back and be a part of the dream team? Like, if you come back, we'd have the dream team here because then my friend Mel would be there, Claire would be there running the team. Like, she'd be the GM. And then we'd have AJ running food and bev, and then I would be, like, social media, photos, and stuff like that. And I was like, I've basically learned everything. Like, came back one day, and I helped them figure out how to do everything. So I would love to, because then I could, like, work in sports, but I don't want to be in Springfield.
It's just time to move on.
Yeah.
So this is, if anybody doesn't know, I guess you've never been here before. So she worked for Independent League Baseball?
It's Prospect League. So it's collegiate wood bats. So in college they use metal bats, but over the summer they bat with wood bats.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And it's owned by Jeff Jarrett?
He's part of the ownership group, yes.
He's not the full owner anymore?
No, he never was.
I thought he was.
He's the face. So, like, there's a group of them, and then, like, he's the face of the ownership group. So, like, it's called Golden Rule Entertainment. It's basically, like, treat others how you want to be treated, basically. And
that's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's just respect.
That is the golden, like, that's your
just
golden.
life.
Yeah. So, they put this ownership group together with him in it, and then he's just the face because, like, he's a well-known.
Yeah, he's very
well known.
Jeff Jarrett, we talk a lot of pro wrestling on here, and he's a legend of pro wrestling.
Yes.
He's the most hated guy. His character.
I was about to say, what?
His character is the most hated guy.
Nice.
He's the last outlaw of pro wrestling.
Yes.
He founded TNA. He was the first one ever fired by Vince McMahon on live TV for allegedly holding up Vince for money for the IC belt in '96, I think, before they bought out WCW. Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of pro wrestlers on here, but we've never had a signed professional wrestler.
No.
Like a big name. We've had local people, but we've never had anybody that works for a major company. We may have one coming. Somebody that works for TNA said she would come on.
You can talk to her about Jeff Jarrett and talk to her about the shoes and Quincy Gym. Nope, they're not the gyms. Sorry, they're the Quincy Doggy Paddlers.
Oh, that's a nice name. That's nice.
Casey used to work out of Quincy, Illinois.
Who?
Casey.
Oh.
So when last year, or I guess when the shoes took over 3 years ago, they bought the team from another team, obviously. Like, that's how you get a team. Then last year, one of the other Prospect League teams, their owners just up and left, I think. Like, they're like, we can't play. The field is blah, blah, blah. Well, if you've ever been to Robin Roberts, the field is not great. Like, everyone knows that.
It's an old stadium.
It's 100. It will be 100 years old this year.
It's one of the few that's almost as old as the one in Alabama.
Yes. AAA Cardinals played there. Like, there's been multiple.
Yeah, it's been around a long time.
Yeah, like Tommy Herr played there. If anyone knows who
second
that
baseman.
is, yes. Like, he played there,
He was a great second baseman.
came back. Yes.
The early '90s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Late '80s, early '90s.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
He played there, and then he came back last year for, like, our Legends Classic, where we have, like, Cub players and Cardinal players.
That's
like,
pretty cool.
Former players. It's expensive, but it's really cool. Like, I literally got to drive Tommy Herr from his hotel to the field.
That's pretty cool. He was he wasn't the greatest player in the world, but he was a solid second baseman.
Yeah.
Well, he played here for a while, I think.
Yeah.
The end of Ozzy's career.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
That's my baseball knowledge. I don't know a ton anymore.
But, like, so then Quincy up and left, I guess. And then so we are in, like, ownership group worked really hard to get that field. And now they have it, and they're, like, bringing it back. So and then they had them, like, the fans in Quincy vote on the team name.
The Doggy Paddlers is
It's usually something that's like related to that
right.
city. Like ours is the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes. Obviously Springfield or Springfield.
I got something on the horseshoes in a little bit.
Lucky because like it's Abraham Lincoln's like town basically, and like he's on the penny, find a penny, pick it up. It's lucky if it's face up. Like his face is facing you. And then horseshoes because it is a Springfield staple. Like I go home and I get it almost every single time I go
I've
home.
heard you talk more about horseshoe. I think I called that a hamburger and you yelled at me.
Yeah, it's not.
I got yelled at a bunch about
I think
this.
Someone called it a sandwich. It's not a sandwich.
It is a sandwich, though. It's an open-faced sandwich.
It's its own category.
Now, I got to ask you this. There's a restaurant in Wildwood.
What is it? I've never heard of
so
it.
it's bread.
Okay, bread.
Hang on.
There was a restaurant in Wildwood. I think it's called Letty Lou's. It's off 109.
Yes, this is technically a horseshoe. Technically,
So explain what that is and explain what it actually
is. So a horseshoe is it's an open-faced sandwich.
It's a what?
Open-faced sandwich.
So it is a sandwich.
What does that mean?
It's not a sandwich, though, because you can't pick it up.
It's a piece of bread
and
with
then
a whole
there's
bunch
just
of crap on it.
Okay.
And then the other piece of bread's
No.
off the top.
There's no bread.
Piece of bread.
There's no other piece of
So
bread.
it's not a sandwich. then.
Exactly.
So it's a pizza.
No.
Yes.
So it's bread.
It's closer
Hang
to
on,
pizza
let
than
me.
it is
It's
a
closer.
sandwich.
Yes,
It's a
but
pizza.
It's its own thing. Like logically,
That is a category
it's
of
its own
food.
thing.
There is pizza, sandwiches, hot dogs, tacos,
Do you want me to tell you what's
and
on it?
freaking what are they called? Paninis?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a piece of bread, and then on top of that is any meat of your choice. You can do like hamburger.
Chicken.
You can do fried chicken, like chicken tenders, chicken patty, like
Pulled
whatever. Pulled pork. Literally, like
Do they do
sometimes they
grilled
do
chicken?
seafood ones. I don't know. They do grilled chicken, like in case you can't have
Fried chicken.
fried chicken
slay.
or something, and then you put fries on top, and then usually, and then it's a cheese sauce.
Ooh.
So it's like a whole meal just right there.
Yes.
A meal
Yes.
in one.
And so there's there's a horseshoe and there's a pony shoe. The pony shoe is just a smaller version.
So like a kid's meal.
Yes,
Got
like a
it.
kid's version.
When
Got
you're
it.
not as hungry.
Yes, but it's still like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a whole meal.
What I like.
Because it's a pizza.
It sounds like I would like it.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's delicious. I love it. They make breakfast ones. They make buffalo chicken ones.
Oh, that sounds
Are they
painful.
spicy?
No, not as spicy
As
as
the
fries.
farmhouse fries,
Yeah.
the buffalo ones?
Yeah, not as spicy as
Farmhouse,
those.
what?
So
Both of our dinners today were very spicy.
That
We couldn't
upstairs?
eat them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to try some stuff upstairs.
Why?
Everything hurts my stomach.
No, because
that's just,
everything in Evans hurts my stomach, so I
Yeah.
can only eat
Everything.
ramen.
Everything in general hurts my stomach,
Mhm.
and I know what doesn't hurt it as bad. Like the meatball subs up there are pretty good. They only have
I
them 2
don't
days a
eat
week.
I don't eat them.
Have you ever had it? Did you know they had it?
Yeah, I knew they.
I
had
don't
it.
eat
heard
a
you
lot
talking
of.
about it
I don't
last
eat
year.
a
Well,
lot
no.
of meat.
Also, I just like to scroll through and be like, this sounds good.
Yeah, I
guess I'll
don't eat
get
a lot
this."
of meat.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
Like they got hot dogs now.
yeah,
but
no.
the-
She
they-
loves the hot
I
dog.
they
do
got
love
weird
the hot
stuff on 'em.
dogs. I do love the hot
I don't need that
dogs.
extra crap on there.
She likes
I
a
like
good
the
Chicago,
Chicago
dog.
dog.
What's on? That's onions and sauerkraut. And
No,
mustard?
it's relish. There's like peppers on it, but I take the peppers
Yeah,
off
I don't
because
like
I don't like peppers. There's relish, tomato, mustard, and something else
Okay.
with the peppers, but I can't do.
I eat
peppers.
plain hot dogs.
Are you guys both
You-
hot dog fans?
I love hot dogs.
I like Sam's Club hot dogs. That's about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I had a hot dog at before the softball game the other day.
Mhm.
There was that doubleheader.
Yeah,
I had a hot dog. It was the best hot dog I ever had.
Really?
It was so good. I think you know when
Evans
you're,
hot dogs are fire.
you know when you're in the mood for a hot dog though.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Especially, wait, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say especially during Lent.
Would you give up hot dogs?
No, so Fridays I
Oh.
can't eat like meat. Like I have to eat like seafood
Like fish.
or
Yeah.
Or just not.
yeah.
And they would always
They
have
would
hot
always
dogs
have hot dogs
on
on
Fridays during
Oh,
Lent.
That's cruel.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
Evans.
You guys go to Evans a lot?
We
Tuesdays
do,
and Thursdays.
Yeah, like when we have work
Oh,
because
yeah,
we just work
practice.
and we just hop down to Evans and then come back up to work.
That makes sense. I go over there on Sundays when there's no other option.
Real.
Actually, usually I get a pizza. I go to Domino's or something, get a pizza. I'm not.
We had Little Caesars last Sunday.
I did too.
Really? Did you
Yeah,
get the pretzel pizza?
I did.
It's my
Favorite
so
pizza
good. I'm so
ever.
happy it's back. So what sucks though, the Little Caesars is directly across the street from school.
Yeah.
Like it's like walking
It's real
distance.
loud.
It's walking distance from my house, yes. And I can hear the door, like anytime
Every
someone
single
goes
time
in
someone
there,
goes in.
I can hear it. It goes,
It's
yep,
Yep.
Oh, so you're like right there.
yep.
The closest Little Caesars to my house is way down 141 past Fenton, like past Gravel
Really?
Bluffs.
Oh,
It's way down there.
Is it in High Ridge? Is it that one?
I don't think it's. It might be. It's you go.
It's on like a little strip mall.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
off the side of the highway.
Yep. Highway 30?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the closest
I know
one
that
to
one.
my house.
Really?
Yeah, that's like
That's
half an hour.
crazy.
That's like half an hour away.
That is crazy.
I know.
I used to live in High Ridge
I know. It's just really funny that you're like, no, that one. Yeah, I know that one.
because that Highway 30 is
What
like
other
the
Little
only
Caesars?
highway
There
in
you
High
What
go.
Ridge.
other Little
Do
Caesars
you know the
pizzas do you
Eureka area?
know?
I have a friend who lives there.
You know where the Schnucks is right off the highway?
Yeah.
There used to be a Little Caesars right there. I
Really?
live 3 minutes from there. Like once you get out of my neighborhood, it's like 3 minutes from there, and it's right there, and I can go there all the time. I was
Yeah.
like 12. I couldn't go there. I couldn't drive, so I couldn't go there all the time. But I love Little Caesars.
Yeah, the closest one to my actual house, like my home house, is off 6167 by Family Video.
I have no idea where that is.
It's if you know where Windsor was, it's the same. My high school is off of 6167.
67. I'm trying to. That,
Which it goes-
That's way out there.
Yeah, 6167 goes all the way up like into St. Louis.
So are you South County
Yeah,
technically?
yeah.
But
I
you're-
live 15 minutes away from South County.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like South County. Are you like Jeffco?
Yes.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
pure Hoosierville.
That's with the Southern coming out. Is it
I
Jeffco?
said that earlier. That it's the Southern. That's how they talk out there.
Not really.
Out there.
That's way out there.
No. They don't talk Southern. They talk like white trash. That's what they talk like.
Yeah.
Because
I
basically,
call it Hoosier.
Jeffco is a lot of trailer parks. That's kind of what Jeffco is. So,
Yeah, Jeffco's it's like
which it's not knocking trailer
It's
parks.
Pacific.
Some trailer parks are nice and
Yeah, there
beautiful
are some
and
nice
amazing people live there.
the one in where was it? You got hit really hard with a tornado.
In Arnold?
No, Arnold got hit hard too.
Yeah, I know.
Were you home?
I wasn't home. I went home literally the next day.
Yeah, it was bad.
And I work in Arnold. I work at the Arnold Chick-fil-A. And that was the only building because it's right in that intersection that was absolutely destroyed.
It got
and
hit
was
hard.
the only building that had no damage.
I can't think of where it's at. It's past Pacific, that direction. It's not.
Okay.
I can't think of what it's called.
In Peevely?
No, there's a trailer park and a truck stop, and that's about all I got.
Yeah.
I can't.
don't know.
It's past Ditmer. It's past Catawissa.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know that area.
It's way out there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm from O'Fallon.
Oh.
So no, I
don't
have
know.
no
She's from the
idea.
city.
She's
from the city.
The
Yeah,
suburbs.
O'Fallon is like a different country compared to
Yeah.
South
Well,
County.
because that's like Chesterfield area.
Past that.
Close,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's past. It's off the highway.
Yeah.
That way. And going across the bridge, any of them. The
Mm-hmm.
one by her, the one over there, the one on 364. It's
Yeah.
like a different country when you live
Yeah.
on the other side. How
Yeah.
often were you in St. Charles before you started going to school?
I never.
Yeah, exactly.
Never.
I've been to the Family Arena a handful of times,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't come to St. Charles.
Like I have been I've been obviously Arnold. I've been to Fenton. I've been to Eureka. 'Cause
Anywhere in
Six
South County.
Flags.
Yeah.
Like I've been to Eureka.
I'm about
St.
about
Louis.
10 minutes
I've
from there.
I've even been to like Illinois because
Yeah.
I live right on the line of Illinois.
Yeah.
Like I literally live from 15 minutes away from a bridge to
Are you over
Illinois.
there by like Columbia, Illinois?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I had never gone to St. Charles like ever.
It's like a different. People
Yeah.
on this side of the bridge in St. Charles don't cross the bridge into St. Louis County.
yeah.
St. Louis County does not come in to St. Charles County.
Yeah, which is so
it's
weird.
because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. People are a little different out here.
Yeah.
It's South County, Jeffco, where you're
Mm-hmm.
from, is very different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's also, and then you got like the city of St. Louis, and it's the complete opposite
Yeah.
of Imperial
Yeah.
or High Ridge,
Yeah.
or Catawissa, Ditmer, that area.
Yeah.
Just way out in the middle of nowhere. And then you get St. Louis City.
Yeah.
It's a big change.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like going down there. You seem like you're downtown all the time.
For like Blues and Cardinals.
I used to
I
work
don't know,
downtown.
but there was like a solid like 2 weeks.
No, so there was a solid week that like I was downtown for a Blues game, then another Blues game,
Yeah.
then a Kelsey Ballerini concert, and then maybe another Blues game, maybe.
We went to a Cardinals game around
Cardinals
then, too.
game,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Lindenwood night at the Blues
So it
game,
went-
and it was college night at the Cardinal game.
Yeah, so it was like
was
for
your birthday,
me,
wasn't it?
yeah.
I don't know
So
why I
for
know
me,
that.
it went the
No idea
Blues
why I
game
know
that
Because
I
she's
helped.
popular.
I'm very popular.
You did talk about your birthday for like 2
yeah,
weeks. coming
I
up.
love my birthday.
Yeah, you do. Birthday month.
I love it.
Mhm.
But
You said you were going to work for 45 minutes and go to the Cardinal game.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I did that. And I did just that.
Yeah, you did.
But it was really funny because April 1st, I had a Blues game. It was LU night, but it wasn't like with Lindenwood. Like I made a hat and they
She's an
made
ambassador.
I was an ambassador.
Fancy.
Yeah, she likes her sports stuff.
Yeah. And then the next day, I literally was there for Jimmy's freaking rookie lap. You can find, if you look,
Jimmy's rookie lap.
yeah, Jimmy
Oh,
Snuggerud.
Snuggerud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I
That's
just
what I
call him
thought you
Jimmy.
were talking about.
Nah, I'm on a first name basis.
You're close personal friends. with
yeah,
him, huh?
close personal
Yeah.
friends.
Does he know this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I was in the background of his
Obviously.
rookie lap. Duh. If I can find the screenshot I took.
That's where we met
Yes.
at, was a Blues game.
Yes.
You know, you were the first person I met in the communications department.
Because I'm the face now of communications. Like,
It's-
legitimately,
it's
like,
you and-
this is me.
I can't see that far.
Oh.
Yeah, like, that's screenshot from their
Yeah.
Instagram.
The official
like, that is
page, yeah.
the official page.
You
Like,
got good seats.
no,
You
so,
walked
no, we
down.
didn't. We walked down
Yeah, I was going to say, that's...
during warm-ups. And I was like, I want to see this. And I literally did not move. Like, they took forever, first of all.
You're supposed to be a star, right?
Yeah, he's good. Like,
Yeah.
Young.
He's already scored, right?
he's already, he scored,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
multiple already.
Yeah.
But it went that game. Then I think I just maybe did baseball the next day. I don't know. Like Lindenwood baseball. And then it went
Yeah.
L United Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Then Kelsey Ballerini. Then wait a week. And then it was my birthday.
Cardinals.
You were excited about that, I remember.
Which one?
The concert.
Oh, I was so excited. I love Kelsey Ballerini.
I don't really know who she is.
She's a
Me
country
either.
music star. Like, she is, like,
I like country music.
amazing. Like, her song, like, she writes from, like, personal, like, stuff that happened in
Okay.
her life. And, like, yes, you might not relate to it, like, personally, like, with, like, she went through a messy divorce. I obviously haven't gone through a messy divorce.
Yeah.
How old is she? She does, I know who she is. I mean,
She's
I've
like
seen her.
30-something, I
She
think.
is?
Yeah.
I
She doesn't
thought
look
you.
like it.
I thought
No,
she was
she-
the late 20s.
No, like, she's 30-something.
You
Oh.
tell me she was our age. And I'd
Well, you could also, I didn't know Chase Stokes was older than her.
Who?
Chase Stokes. I don't know if you've ever seen Outer Banks,
No.
but John B. in Outer Banks. Like, he doesn't look. Like,
am the
I
most
literally thought he was
uncultured
Yeah,
person.
and I know.
I was say, if you didn't know that, there'd be an issue.
Yeah.
Because I am as uncultured as it gets. People think I'm playing a bit on here
Uh-huh.
when we start talking about people.
Yeah.
Like, somebody was on here, we had a wrestler talking about rappers one day. 100% had no idea who he was talking about. It's like the biggest rapper in the world.
Who?
It's Travis Scott.
No way, you didn't.
I
know.
I don't
I-
even
I-
like rap, and I know who that
I
is.
know who
Yeah.
that is. That's freaking Kylie Jenner's baby daddy right
I
there.
thought he was. I told this story too many times here, but I thought he was the drummer in Blink 182.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I didn't know who he was until he came. He was at WrestleMania this year, and he slapped the crap out of
Where
Cody
was-
Rhodes.
Okay, why was he
And-
at WrestleMania?
He teamed up with The Rock, and they're friends.
Got it.
I
That
don't know.
makes
Got it.
sense. That makes sense.
PR.
It made no sense, and it was terrible.
Oh, my bad.
It was
Said
a
no.
horrible
He
match.
said, just kidding.
It was
You thought.
Travis Scott and John Cena's corner made no sense.
Well,
I don't know. John Cena's a great guy.
He's a bad guy now.
What?
yeah, he's a bad guy now.
What do you mean?
He turned heel.
Well, first of all, let's be real. He
don't-
didn't treat one of the Bellas the best, okay?
True.
I don't know what we're talking
I think
about.
it was Nikki.
I watched
Was it
Total
Nikki?
Divas. It was
Yeah, no.
It was Nikki.
He
That's-
freaking proposed to her on the freaking,
At Mania 34.
yep, that one. And then he was like, waited how many years?
Oh, it was a
We never
long
got
time.
a wedding. Never got
No.
a wedding.
I don't think they were ever actually together.
No, they were.
I think it was
Like, you can see it on Total Divas.
They
were,
had a whole
Total
TV
Divas
show
was so
about
fake.
it.
No, it's not.
I've seen it.
Wrestling is all fake.
I know it is.
so-
Yeah, exactly.
That's why that storyline was manufactured.
Nah.
Because then you had Ziggler in there trying to get involved. I've seen it.
Well, it was that, and then I think they actually did like each other at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
And
think they
then-
broke up way before.
No, I think they
You
were
think so?
engaged for a long time.
I guess
and,
you
like,
know pop
that's
culture
because
better
they
than I do.
actually liked each other. But then he didn't want to like settle down, like not settle down, but like he didn't want to have kids. He didn't want to stop doing what he was doing, like stuff like that. And Nikki was like, well, I want
out.
kids. I'm out.
And then she beat the crap out of Artem.
Yeah, that angered me. That angered me so much because I've seen, like, yes, I've watched Dancing with the Stars from, like, the moment I knew, what Dancing with the Stars was.
Unfortunately, I have too.
I've only watched
It's
one
a good
season.
show.
Love Dancing
I
with
used
the
to
I
watch
watched
it.
Bendy's season, and that was it. Because I love Steve Irwin. Love him.
I used to
Stars.
watch.
Robert's going to be on there.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I used to watch it with my grandma when I was a kid, and I've just always it's just been on, so I've seen it, and I liked trying to remember. Derek Huff was always great when he was on there
Yeah.
before he was a judge.
He's a judge now?
I like
Yeah,
the
he's a judge.
gymnastics guy.
Oh,
I don't know
good
his
for
name.
him.
Steven?
Yeah, I like him.
The last time I watched
And freaking
it,
Riley Arnold.
the last time I watched it, The Miz was on it. That season.
Who?
Who?
The Miz.
Another
Pro
wrestler. Leave him alone.
It was the same season. Okay, if I say JoJo Siwa, does that help?
Yeah.
Yes,
that
yes,
season.
it does.
Mhm. Yeah. I watched last season, and Artem wasn't on it last season because of the whole drama with Nikki
what
and
do you
him.
think? This is all alleged. We don't know what happened.
I don't think Artem did anything.
You don't think he did?
Wait, what's the backstory here?
Because
I don't know
let's
what we're
be
talking
real,
about.
if he
Artem
did
and Nikki
something,
Bella
how
married.
Okay.
yeah, and then one of
Were they
them-
ever actually married?
Yeah, Artem
Yeah.
and Nikki, yeah, they were married. I guess Artem, she claims that Artem lost his temper with her and they got into an altercation. I have watched Dancing with the Stars and I have seen Artem with his partners. Obviously, you get frustrated.
They get mad a lot on that show. That's the best part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get frustrated, but he has never once laid hands on one of them.
He wouldn't be on the show anymore if he did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the fact that most pros, none of his past partners came out and was like, yes, this is true. He abused me. No,
Well, it's a
never
little
saw
different.
that.
Well, they could also be scared.
But
It's also
he hasn't been on the show in 2-ish years or something. So
It only happened, a
it
year
already
ago.
happened.
Yeah.
It
So they
happened-
could come out right now. Most of them usually come out and they're like, I didn't win, but it was a great experience, but my partner was crap.
Mm-hmm.
I also
But
don't know
none of his said anything.
Interesting.
because she came back to WWE this year.
Yes.
And she's supposed to come back and wrestle a couple times this year. If she was actually the one that did it, though, I don't think they would bring her back that quick.
But
Because
they
there's
might
been-
believe her.
They might.
They
yeah.
might not have. No one has all the evidence.
Yeah.
No proof,
Obviously,
'cause
there's
she had
yeah,
marks and he had marks.
exactly.
I think he threw a shoe at her, or she threw a shoe at him.
She threw a shoe at him.
and
I
then
think.
beat the crap out
I
of
think
him.
maybe she started something, and then he went into full on self defense mode because you're trying to protect your kid.
And he's the one that
Yeah.
called the police.
Exactly. You're
It's
trying.
Yeah,
to
why would you call the police on yourself?
I mean, it happens.
I mean, unless
Yeah.
you're a genius, and I doubt he's a genius.
He's not from this country.
Because, think about it this way. You're, something happened. You're not going to think,
Let me
let
call
me call the cops
police.
on myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to believe that I did anything because, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
state of adrenaline, you would not think that.
You would not. No.
And she knows
so
how to fight too.
exactly.
Like she knows how to act, not pro wrestling fight. She knows how to actually fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all do.
Yeah. So that's why I'm she probably started something and then self-defense to protect himself and his kid.
He restrained her,
He restrained her and she took that as he's trying to fight me.
and then she beat the crap out of him.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's what happened because there's no way any of those pros would rally behind him if it was his fault.
It could have been both their faults.
It could have
Really.
been
It
both.
probably was both their faults.
It probably was. He probably said something that she didn't like and she was like, throw the shoe, let me attack. She was probably like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And altercation happened.
I'm pretty sure her sister backed her up, and I was like, she didn't do anything.
Okay, but if my sister got into a
Yeah.
fight with
Yeah.
someone, I would back my
those
sister
two
up.
I don't know. They're interesting people.
Yeah.
I like Bree's husband, but I'm not a huge Bella fan.
I'm not
They're annoying.
they
I saw somebody call them the cringe twins one time, and I was like, that's pretty accurate. That's a little too accurate.
Now, to be fair, I liked them when I was 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, they're still around. Their father-in-law is a terrible person. He's going down with the Vince lawsuits.
who's that?
Johnny Ace,
I have no
John
idea.
Laurinaitis.
Oh.
You guys
Well,
okay over there?
Yeah. Sorry.
well, with the, might be both of their faults, I'm watching The Valley, which is, a spin-off of Vanderpump Rules. He
You
hates
watch
it.
these
Yes.
shows?
I've heard. I
You need to watch it. If you have not watched it, it's the best reality
just
show.
can't deal with Tom.
Isn't he from here?
Yeah.
I don't like Tom Sandoval. He can.
What do you do?
He dated this
I don't
girl
know who
for
he is. I just know he
He-
was on
Traders.
Traders, and he was on Johnny Bananas podcast.
He
this week.
dated a girl for 10 years, never got engaged, cheated on her.
with her best, like not her best
best-
friend, but like her best friend at the
Yeah.
time.
Is this reality TV or is this real life?
No,
No,
this
this
is real.
was actually happened.
Okay.
Like
and
she-
then tried to blame her for it.
Yeah.
At their reunion.
Do you
And-
watch a lot of crappy reality shows?
I watched The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and that
knew
whole
that.
franchise.
That's
I
how.
remember hearing that in class a lot.
Well, that's how I started with reality TV.
I love Love Island.
I've
that
never
is a
watched
good one. Well, Ariana Madix.
Ariana's a
But-
host, so I was like, heck yeah.
I like the competition reality shows. The Big Brothers,
See,
the
I get-
Survivors.
I gotta watch people fight and yell at each other.
They fight on Big Brother.
No, I gotta watch like people throw drinks at each other and like smash bottles on heads.
Are you into these shows?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Reality
You
TV
zone
shows.
out for a few minutes over there?
I was texting somebody. No. I watch a lot of ABC shows.
There's some good shows on there.
The
Yeah.
Rookie.
I've seen that one. Have you seen High Potential?
Nope.
With,
No, I've seen that.
you
It's
like it?
It's kind of it's.
I
good.
like it.
I'm
It's
more
good.
into I'm more
I-
into YouTube than I am TV shows.
Yeah, I
Yes.
do like YouTube too.
Yeah.
But that show High Potential with Caitlin Olsen.
Yes,
I got bored on Sunday and I turned it on
it's good.
and I looked up and it was midnight and I'd watched 13 episodes of it.
Yeah, it's good. Like
I had nothing to do. I did nothing on Sunday. First time in forever, I had nothing to do. I sat down, I turned the show on, and I looked up. I was like, "Oh crap! I just watched the entire season." It was like they're like
Damn.
hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
It's good though.
So you
It's
watch
good.
it for 13 hours?
Don't do the math on that. No, it's probably like 10 because it's 45-minute episodes.
yeah, because
Okay.
commercials make it an hour.
Yeah,
What were you watching it on? Did you have commercials?
yeah, it's on Hulu.
So you
Oh, yeah,
so
there
you
was
had
commercials.
commercials
I don't
Yeah.
have commercials on my Hulu.
because you had premium. Anyways, so it was
my
13
mommy pays
hours.
for
I
that.
pay $1.99 for Hulu.
Yeah, my mommy pays for the bundle.
My mom
mom
pays
used
for
to.
my
ESPN Plus,
Hulu.
Disney Plus, and Hulu.
We used to.
I need to get a Max subscription. There's so much freaking stuff I want to watch on there.
There's some good documentaries.
I
on there.
love HBO Max.
Yeah.
Are you a documentary person?
No.
I am.
You are.
It depends what it is. If I'm like invested in it, I'll
Have you watched the
it.
documentary about Natalia Grace?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
so good.
I have not.
That's the one that got me
Like
back
the
in.
real documentary, not
Yeah.
the
not
new
the
show
one with
that's out.
Meredith. Not with Meredith Grey.
The real
Not
one.
with Meredith Grey
not-
in it.
yeah,
Wait,
not with
who-
Ellen.
Who are we talking about?
Natalia Grace.
There's
The-
a
the-
yes.
yeah. But
There's
that-
one
But
with
the actual documentary, not the new
Not
show
the
that
show.
came
I
out.
watched the new show. There's like 3 seasons of the show, and she's in it.
No,
No.
Jack. You're talking about we
docuseries?
We watched the actual documentary, but
Yeah.
now there's a docu-series with actors
Yes.
recreating
There's
it.
one of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's really good too.
I haven't seen that. I've just seen the one that she's in.
Yes,
I
I've
won't-
also seen that.
I will not watch the first season of it because the dad that convinced her that she
Is
was.
crazy.
He's
Yeah.
such a production of everything he says,
Yes.
and I won't watch it because
It's-
he's
yeah.
just such a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, anytime somebody starts out with, "I had 17 cars and only fit 4 in my driveway at a time,"
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh boy,
Yeah.
here we go, and you know he's gonna lose all his money.
Yeah.
That's just a messed up story.
Yeah.
How do you adopt somebody and then tell them they're 24 and they're like 7?
I
Like,
really
and-
really think that she wanted to have another success story because she
Yeah.
had one with her
Yeah.
autistic son, and so she wanted to take in this disabled child and.
Then when things didn't go her way.
And then things didn't go her way. And so she was like, well,
Bye.
fuck this. I'm over it.
Yeah.
You're 24 now. And it's like,
That's so messed up.
oh my God.
And then
Like,
she goes and lives with that other family. And
Yes.
you know how the second season ended.
yes.
It's like, oh, life's so great. And then, no, we got to get rid of her. She's terrible. Get her out of our house.
Yep.
And really, that guy was the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Guy wanted to be called Bishop.
Yeah.
He wasn't a bishop.
No.
That's like high up in the Catholic Church. Right?
Yeah.
A bishop. He
Yeah.
wasn't a bishop. He was barely a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
That one was messed up. That was
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
But she had Stockholm syndrome, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She
she gets out.
believed
Yeah.
everything they said.
Yeah.
It's crazy. She
Yeah.
basically like planned her own kidnapping
Yeah.
to get out of that family.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
No, I've seen clips on the TikTok.
I feel like you don't like the documentary.
Near unless it's like one that I like.
Did you watch
am
the Chiefsaholic
involved in.
one?
No, I
That's a
watched
good
the
one.
Savannah
Have y'all watched
Bananas
the Ruby
one.
Frankie one?
Yes.
So good.
Which one's that? I got to tell me what. I don't remember names.
It's the YouTuber vlogger
The family vlogger.
like abused her kids.
No, I haven't.
And
I
they like the
started
kid
it, but
escaped.
It's on Hulu, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I started it.
There's the
and then-
ABC 2020. That one's really good. But there's also like an actual documentary that came out that's really, really
Yeah.
good.
There's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
I watched one the other day where this girl got kidnapped. I like the kidnapping ones for some reason. They're interesting. I don't
You
know.
want to kidnap somebody?
No, I just think they're
Do you want to
interesting.
learn how to not get kidnapped, or did you want to learn how to
That's-
kidnap?
I want to learn how not to get kidnapped.
Not
But
the to
I don't
kidnap
think you would.
someone.
I don't think you could.
There's-
You would get kidnapped.
I don't
You
think
would
I
just get.
They'd bring me
You'd
back.
just be a missing person.
They'd bring me back. I'd drive them nuts. Hey now. Hey now.
No, like you can't because you're not a
You're
kid.
not a kid. You're
Okay.
just.
You can't. You just get napped. You want to
I
get
thought-
kidnapped.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I thought you were going a different direction.
No, because you're not a kid. You can't get
I
kidnapped.
Yeah,
forgot I'm
that's
not
what
a kid
that's where
anymore.
I was going with that too.
I forgot that
I just said it. You just
You're
be a
just
mis-
not a
I
child.
You're just
forgot
not a
that I'm like a
child.
grown adult.
You're
Yeah.
above the age of 18.
Yeah,
If any
23.
of us
You
got
are not a minor
snatched off
anymore.
the
You
side of
are
the
a
road,
major.
we'd just be a missing person.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hopefully they would
Anyways.
just return us.
I was
Those
watching
are
this
fucking
one.
Annoying.
that's the goal, is to get brought back.
I don't know if I would get brought back if they just be like, this girl is
No,
annoying.
they probably
dead.
just kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, on,
Anyway,
on
back
to
to
what you were
This,
saying.
this girl, she gets kidnapped,
Mhm.
and they brought her back like 2 days later. It was weird. They brought
Okay.
her right back, and they called the police, and the police don't believe her. that
Well,
she was
yeah.
actually kidnapped.
Okay.
But she was, and this other investigator finally starts looking into it, and the guy kidnapped somebody else, and they found her hair in his cabin in the woods.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a messed up one. And the cops
Yeah.
got like cop of the year and promoted and stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Pop off.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
and really
Good
they should have
promotion.
been.
I got an award.
Yeah, you did.
Which one did you get?
For what?
You got an award.
She got a lot of
I
awards.
got a lot of awards recently.
So did I.
Yeah.
Well, which one did you get?
So for the
The
honors
Yeah.
convocation,
You got the
The
one
Le-
that I didn't get.
yes, the Liddell
Something.
something award.
You got the one for being everywhere.
Yep. At
Doing all the
literally
things.
everything. And then I got a Lindy for my radio show.
We got the podcast one.
Yes, you did. And then I got a SLS like
Oh,
award.
you got a third one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one was Heart of a Lion.
Yeah.
So what's the honors college one? Or you said that. What I mean the SLS one.
The SLS one is Heart of a Lion. So I demonstrated like basically
She is the epitome of Lindenwood University Lions.
exactly.
And the communication
And the
program.
yeah, exactly. The communications program. First of all, my radio show was a Lindenwood Athletics radio
So
show.
I was gonna submit something for that, and then I thought about it, and I was like, "You're gonna win that no matter what, because athletics is backing it and all that stuff."
Yep.
I was like, "There's no like that's like a lock." Just like we were gonna win best podcast. That was a lock.
Yeah, like
there was no doubt in that. So I didn't
exactly.
even bother submitting.
I was like, I probably should have done one for sports photography because I think I could have.
Who won that one?
Her
Really?
name's Nicole.
Oh, she won. that?
Nicole.
Nicole
I know her.
of D2, the one who
Yep.
takes photos for D2. Yeah.
I think she submitted a bunch.
Yeah.
Did you stay
Yeah.
the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did, because I talked to you afterwards.
Yeah. But
I don't know why I didn't go to that one. I think I was taking a nap.
you were taking a nap and you woke up and you texted me. You're
I was
like,
like, I'm
I'm
not alive.
not alive. I missed it. Did
I
you
was
win? I
Directing
said,
it.
yes, I
Did
won.
you win?
I
Yeah.
said, yes, I won.
So proud of you.
But yeah, so that was
Did you know you were gonna have to talk?
near.
I found out an hour before because I was directing.
Well,
the thing.
I found out from Andrew that he was like, just make sure you thank James. And I said,
Oh.
what? Okay, I will. And then I was like, oh, you really want me? Oh, you want. Okay.
She told me 3 times before. You better thank me.
Well, because my name originally was not on the slideshow.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, no, because that's
Yeah.
what happened with me. And I told. He got mad at me because we were talking about this last week on our radio show. He got mad at us. And because I told James that I put his name down because I literally could not remember his last name. Like, I know his last name, but I didn't know how to spell it. So I was like, I looked it up through his email, and I remember doing that, copying it, and pasting it. So I don't know what happened,
The same
like
thing,
in
I put her
the
name
mix-up.
because it says anybody else involved in the show.
Yes.
And I put her.
Exactly.
And
So
she
I
got put
think-
in about 5 minutes before we went live.
I think that's maybe
crazy.
where like it got mixed up because it wasn't on the line with like our names. It was down below.
Right.
So I think that's what happened.
I think it because your name was on the screen. Because
Yeah.
I remember I pressed the button to pull it up. I was the one that put it up on the screen.
Yes.
I knew it was there.
James's name was also up there.
I don't know. I was standing in the corner waiting to run up there because I didn't know. I was directing the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the control room, and Peter Carlos told me like 20 minutes before. He's like, "Oh, you're going to accept it." We had a camera set in there that I was going to turn and just wave at, and I was going to get it later. He goes, "No, I want you to go get it,"
He said, "No, go get it."
which is fine.
Go get it.
I just didn't know what was happening, and I ran up there with the headset on. I said, "I got a show to direct," and I ran up the stage. I thought it was.
I gotta
pretty funny.
go. Sorry.
What I
yeah,
should have
that
done
was hilarious.
was it actually funny?
Yes.
Okay,
I was
good.
like, oh, okay.
Good. I was hoping it would come off funny. I'm glad it did. I almost said, Mike told me afterwards, I should have said, take 4 and ran off the stage. That would have been great, but I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
till
that is funny.
after the next day.
Yeah. Oh well.
So you're on a roll then. You get the communications award.
Yeah.
I got the other communications award.
Mm-hmm.
You got the radio award. I got the other radio award.
Yeah.
We're very intertwined with the same
Yes.
thing.
And then I got my SLS award for the work I do for Linwood Baseball, the work I did this year on the radio show, the work I do for my dance team in general, and for Lindenwood Athletics in general, knowing so much about Lindenwood Athletics
Yeah.
in general, just everything.
Yeah.
And then also, like, just, yeah, being myself in Lindenwood.
There you go.
I am Lindenwood. I, like, bleed black and gold at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think there's been a
Put
day
me
where you're
in-
not wearing some sort of Lindenwood gear.
I
Yeah.
have one shirt.
I have multiple sweatshirts.
I
I
have
have
2
multiple
hoodies and one
shirts.
shirt. Yeah.
I have multiple pants.
You wearing one right now?
I have
Golden Line alumni.
I have my shirt on and Golden Line pants on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any. It's too expensive.
They are, but I just send it to
I
my
wear
job.
all my free shirts like all the time.
I only have one free shirt.
How?
How?
Go to events.
Go to, like, if you go to
You
events,
can't anymore, but go to events.
Well, a lot of the games, I work the games, so I can't go.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but they have like the Sea Bash that just happened.
What?
That was fun.
That was
See,
fun.
that's the problem with this school. Is I never know about anything.
Man.
And everybody I talk, you're the only one I know that knows things about what's going on.
It's because we work
Yep.
in the student involves.
I work in student involvement.
See, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like my job is basically to give people things for their event. So like I know every single event that's happening every day. I put
yeah.
up the flyers. I like do their equipment requests. I open their packages, which is the best part. I love opening packages. But like if they like have prizes for their event, I get to open that and see what their prizes are before the event happens.
I did go to one event accidentally. There was bingo upstairs. I love bingo.
Oh, yeah.
The
Engage
the-
8.
yep.
Yeah.
I love bingo.
Yeah.
I sound like an old man, but I love bingo.
Was it bingo for babies?
I don't know what it was.
Was
But
it with Res Life? Was
Yeah.
it during, like,
Res
Life. It was the Res
so
Life.
it was the
It
first
was,
8 weeks, Engage in 8-1.
Julie
Yeah,
something
yeah.
was the one
Yes.
doing it. But I won a cooler.
That's great.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
at first, I played a ton of bingo. At like when I go to Florida, we stay at this resort and they have bingo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I never win ever,
Yeah.
ever. And I won on like they called
Well,
like
'cause
eight numbers and I won.
Nobody goes to the events, so like it's so easy to win things.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one was pretty crowded.
Especially
Yeah.
ones that, like,
They-
aren't
they-
well
it-
advertised.
It was at 6:00 in Spelman. There was a lot of people there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they did
It
it.
was
Yeah.
dinner time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was fun. I like bingo. I got a nice cooler out of it too. It's got like a suitcase cooler.
Oh.
It's got wheels and everything. It's small, but
great.
like yeah, it's probably a $40
Take that on a
cooler.
fishing trip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You a fisher?
Nope. Nope.
The way you said it made me think you. Like
I
to
know
fish.
I am from the butt fucking nowhere, but nope. I don't hunt. I used to be a big fan of PETA. I don't eat a lot of. I only eat chicken and the occasional burger.
Really?
Yep.
I love.
And I don't
cheeseburgers.
eat any seafood. Point blank. Period. Because I used to have fish.
Back to
That's
the hot dog thing.
Yes.
You ever put nacho cheese on a hot dog?
No,
That's good stuff.
I only eat plain hot dogs.
that will ruin it for me. I only like mustard or ketchup
I'm not a mustard person.
or relish.
I like a good hot dog cut up into mac and cheese, though.
Yes, that
never
is
done
good.
that.
Oh.
It's delicious.
Like on Young Sheldon when they cut up the hot dogs in the spaghetti.
Sure.
What? No.
You never seen that show?
No.
You guys seen that show?
I've seen
Young Sheldon, yes.
on TikTok.
On TikTok. That's a fantastic show.
Yes.
From
like,
start to
yes.
finish, that show is almost perfect.
Yeah. Well, because I really like Big Bang Theory. So
I'm hitter. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I got to be in the mood for it.
yeah,
You said you watched a lot of ABC shows. Did you like the Goldbergs?
I watched it with my mom. That was
Yeah.
more my mom's show.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was the middle was on at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg's run at 7:30, and Modern Family was on at 8.
Yep.
It was like the 3 best shows on TV.
Yep.
Wednesday nights.
Yep. I used to watch all the ABC shows with my mom. She loved all those
There's some
shows.
pretty good ones.
Yeah.
And then Roseanne came back on, and then it wasn't. Now it's terrible. They're trying to tease that she's going to be back on for the final episode.
No, they don't.
No, they're trying to tease it
They're
to get people to
trying.
watch it.
She's not
going
going
to
to come
No.
back. No.
She doesn't want to come back.
The
Yeah.
way that she had left, no.
No. And she doesn't want anything to do with them because how they treated her.
Exactly.
That show is not Roseanne. That show's not the same without her.
No, it's not.
No matter how you feel about her, the original Roseanne is a fantastic show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what John Goodman said is the worst part about that show? He had to wear a Cubs uniform. He'd wear a Cubs jersey.
Literally, there was a phase when I was little. If I touched something, like we would go to our sporting goods store and like go through the sale rack because I was like, "Oh, this is fun," and like it would have almost every single sports teams on it. I would just be going through. I would touch something Cubs. My mom had to be there with hand sanitizer. Like I would go through this. Like the rest of it, I would literally be like,
Do you have a history of OCD?
"Yeah." No, have you seen how I eat my French fries?
How do you eat French
No.
fries?
Sometimes when I eat French fries, they have to be in twos, and I try and line them up with like how long they are. Like they have to be almost like equal length.
Okay.
I mean, I have a history of OCD from when I was a kid, but like nothing that's
I think it's just like a
was
stress
kinda-
thing.
it
Like
was
if I
kinda
get stressed out, like that's my like. I
What you
have
can
to.
control.
Yeah.
I have ADHD.
me too.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes.
I got all kinds of ADHD.
Yeah.
I was medicated for like 12 years.
Yeah.
And then I got tired of it and stopped taking it.
Yeah.
All right, we got one important game we got to play with you guys
Ooh.
before we wrap this up. I know
Okay.
we've already gone a little.
That's
Oh, we've
It's
done
okay.
It's okay.
I
doing
told
great.
you, you're going to get caught up at something. We're going to look up. It's been way longer than you thought. All right, so most important game. We call this Taste of 314.
Okay.
All right, this is Danny named this.
Yeah.
So you're both from St. Louis, thankfully. St. Louis area, surrounding area.
She knows a lot about St. Louis.
Yes.
You are more St. Louis than you are Illinois.
Yeah.
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 And you like St. Louis food. Or you've had it at least.
Yeah.
You've had most St. Louis foods at least?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, have you guys blindly rank 5 St. Louis foods.
Okay.
Okay. I can
Got it.
do that. Yeah.
All right? So remember where you put things. We're going to go over it at the end.
Okay.
St. Louis style pizza. Like Emo's, Cecil Whitaker's.
Do I need to write these down?
Yeah, you probably should.
Okay.
Make things a
Hold
little
on.
easier.
Wait,
So I'm
am I
sending
allowed to say
someone-
my opinions or should
Yeah,
I?
we want your opinion.
I was sending
hate
someone
St.
my
Louis
PowerPoint.
pizza.
See,
I'm
that's
gonna
the
put
wrong
this in it.
opinion.
I cannot stand it. I hate emos. I
I
won't
don't
eat
like
it.
it.
I hate it.
Neither one of you guys like it.
No.
No.
You think it tastes like cardboard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate it. So
Wow.
what is this? 5 is the worst?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Emos.
So
That's what I wrote.
I just wrote emos. 'cause
That's
it
what
was
I
easier.
wrote.
so is that number 5? for
Yeah.
both of you
Yeah,
guys?
my
Yeah.
favorite pizza would probably be like New York style pizza.
Mine, like, as much as
That's
I
the
hate
big slice,
Chicago.
I also love
Chicago.
deep dish
That's
pizza.
not pizza.
It's
No,
yes,
it
It's
is.
lasagna.
If done right.
No.
So, Little Caesar's deep dish, fire.
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 Anything about Little Caesars is fire.
I agree. You had the Bosco sticks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love.
I
the
love their
cheesy
crazy bread.
Yeah.
Love.
I love their crazy
Love
bread.
them.
It's so good. I ate the whole pack of crazy bread the other day.
Yeah.
You
I
shouldn't
ate,
admit
I
that.
ate like 4 in one day.
I ate the
Yeah.
whole bag.
Yeah.
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 It was for
It's
lunch
so
and dinner
good.
though.
Oh, that's fine.
That
Yeah,
makes
that's
it better.
fair. That's
I
fair.
had half a pretzel pizza for lunch, and I had the other half for breakfast,
Real.
and I think I had the Bosco sticks for dinner, or the crazy bread for dinner.
The day that I heard they were back, I told Emily, I was like, I'm getting pretzel pizza for dinner. Will you share
They
with
just
me?
came back. Like
No,
a week
because
ago.
literally we drove past the Little Caesars.
And we saw it was
obviously.
back. And I was
And
like, I'm
she
getting
said, "I'm
pretzel
getting
pizza
that
for
for
dinner.
dinner.
And you're
I
going to
will
share it
walk
with me.
there."
I will walk.
I had to
You're
drive there,
you're
but-
going to eat half of this pizza, and I will eat the other half.
I didn't eat half of it. My roommate and I split
Split
the
it.
half. We
But,
each
yeah.
ate a fourth, but yeah.
I ate half. I was gonna eat it all, but I was like, I'm gonna say it's not bad cold either. Like
No,
Yeah.
Little,
Little
Caesars,
Caesars-
is good cold.
well, sometimes it is.
Well, because I don't
Yeah.
like regular pizza sauce.
No.
I like Domino's leftover.
I hate Domino's.
guys are-
I'll only eat Little Caesars.
We're on the same page at Little Caesars.
I also
you know
do
what,
like
though?
Pizza Hut. I've never had Pizza Hut before I came here.
You know what though? I'll tell you this. Most people I talk to don't like Little Caesars, so the fact that both you two do makes me happy.
I love Little Caesars.
We
It's
would
so
always
good.
get, like, it would be on my mom's way home on Fridays, and, like, that would be, like, Pizza Friday. She would get 2. like pizzas from pizza.
Well, and it's so
Pizza Hut?
cheap.
From Little
It is
Caesars.
cheap.
Yes.
With
It was
crazy bread.
$9 for
yeah.
a pretzel pizza
Yes.
and crazy bread.
Yes.
And then she'd get 2 pizzas, crazy bread, and a 2-liter, and it would only cost her like $20. Not
Yeah,
even.
it's
not
Maybe
bad.
less than that.
Well, it
Yeah.
used to be super cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It used
yeah,
to be
yeah.
Yeah.
$5 hot and ready. When
Yep.
you walk in, they hand it. Now you got to order online. ahead of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
It's not
We
as
we
good.
always did the $5 hot and ready. We would get 2 of them, and then we would have dinner for my entire family of 6, now 8, for $10.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know baseball pretty good.
Yes.
What owner? What baseball owner?
Oh,
what
shit.
team's owner founded Little Caesars?
I could not tell you.
I feel like you can get this if you use some context clues with the city and one of the arena names in the city,
Freaking the Little Caesar Arena.
which is in
Detroit.
baseball team is.
The Tigers.
There you go. I knew you could figure it out.
I'm so proud of you.
Well,
I
because
would
I,
not have
ate
known
there.
that.
So my
Joe
sophomore
Louis
year,
Arena. It's still Joe Louis.
yeah, 2 years ago, we went to watch our NCAA hockey team take on the 18U USA development team.
Oh, wow.
They got their butts handed to them. Let me
this
just
in Detroit?
preface. Yes, yeah. So I literally went and I saw like the Tiger Stadium. They have their stadium's cool. Like
Is it?
I love Busch, but like
Bush is the top.
top tier
Yeah.
because of the environment
Yeah.
that it's in and the city. Like, but the way where the Tigers are, it's probably not the best, but like they have
No,
a cool.
It's not in a good area.
No, but they have a cool like stadium.
Not as bad as the White Sox, though.
Exactly.
You're not gonna
Or
get shot.
Chicago.
Okay. Like, Wrigley's not. Wrigley's in a neighborhood.
I just don't like
I
Chicago.
don't either. But Wrigley's in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like an actual
Yeah.
neighborhood.
So like that's fine. And like literally they could send their rookies to get freaking Starbucks half the time. So
Yeah, and they make them work
They've-
costumes
they've
and
done
stuff.
it. It's
They
so
do that
funny.
all the time.
the Cardinals one time sent their rookies to go and get their Starbucks order in uniform.
Oh.
Yep. The Dodgers do it too. The Dodgers have done it. It's like
Yeah.
a tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's usually in September when
Yeah.
40-man rosters are up.
Yeah.
They still do that? I know they changed a lot of rules in baseball.
I think that's right, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Usually.
they don't play every team 14 times like they used to.
Yeah,
They play every team twice now, which I like, but
but I wish like we could play like our Central Division a little
you
more.
don't have the same rivalries.
No, that's what makes it.
It's like when hockey changed their divisions. The rivalry with the Blackhawks is not the same as it used
No,
to
and also the Blackhawks are just
They just
be. They're terrible.
suck. They
down
just suck.
here compared to where the Blues are.
I got Bedard. He's supposed to be good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good,
But,
but,
he's not,
like
he's not that good.
he's on a team. If he were to be on like
Edmonton.
Winnipeg right now or something, because I think Winnipeg is number 1 in the league.
Winnipeg's about to get whooped tonight.
Let's hope.
Knock on wood right now.
Yeah.
That was a
If
fun
he were
game
like on a
tonight.
team like that compared to the
He'd
Blackhawks,
be a superstar.
he would be killing it right now.
Well, it's like McDavid. McDavid didn't have anything
Exactly.
until he got Draisaitl and that other guy.
He needs.
They got a really good goalie.
They need people with him that are able to step up.
And Taze and Kane and all them aren't there anymore. They're
Exactly.
old. Let's get back to the food. We got way off target. Mike Ilitch is the guy's name. that
Yeah, I
founded
don't know
Little
names.
Caesars.
I know teams.
I only know him because
The
they
only
talked
name I know
about him
is
on MLB Network a lot.
Freaking frick frack man, John Moselock.
I don't know who that is.
Did you go to the?
I
No,
hate
you didn't
him.
go to that. The broadcaster convention thing.
No.
You should.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there. I walked right past him. Like I could have bumped shoulders with him, and I chose not to say anything. Just
I would
in
have told
case.
him I can do your job better than you.
See, I thought about
No,
that.
I've believed that ever since he took over.
how
Ever
we-
since I was 15, I straight up told Dan McLaughlin I won his job. First of all, I straight up told him
Yeah,
that.
man.
Literally, when I was 15, I told him I won his job and I will take his job. And he was like, "How old are you?" And I go, 15. He goes, "Okay, I got some years." And I said, "Yeah." But get ready to pack it up, okay?
Watch out.
Well,
And
he needs to. I mean, it's the
Mo-
ownership too.
It's the ownership. It's a mix of the fact that the ownership is not listening to the fans.
No, there's nobody there.
Nobody's there.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's depressing.
Yeah, because I mean, we grew up. They were the
They
best
were-
team in baseball.
Yeah.
For,
Yeah, for
up
real-
until
yes.
probably after the pandemic. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, they were bad for those couple years, and when the Cubs were good.
Yeah.
They still won 90 games.
Exactly.
They still would have made the playoffs in any other division.
I think if they would have kept Mike Schilt,
In the moment, I was on board with it,
Nope.
firing him, and then about a week later, I realized
Stuff
how
came
stupid-
out.
I realized
Stuff
how stupid
came out.
it was.
Yeah.
Well, it was. They single-handedly they fired him solely because he brought in Alex Reyes. And I remember when he did it, I was livid. And I was like, he deserves to lose his job. But
we gotta get back to food
We'll get
because
there.
we're getting so
We will get
derailed.
there. No, this is an okay derailment.
she
No,
started
okay.
it.
So
Brought
my
up Mo.
bosses at the Shoes used to work for the Cardinals down in Jupiter, Florida. One of them, who was at the Shoes at the time, he's no longer there, used to would go to Cardinals and run the video boards. So he has connections to the Cardinals. He knows what's going on. He
Right.
knows exactly what's happening. Most people don't know this, but Marmal is not making the lineups. No. He's their puppet.
Yeah. It's
Schilt said, I'm not going to be your freaking puppet. I'm going to do what's best for this team. And he got canned.
I mean, if you think about it, it's been that way for even when Matheny was here.
Yeah.
Because you remember when Oscar Taveras came up before he died? Alan Craig was the everyday right fielder.
Yeah.
And he was hurt. His foot was messed up after he got tripped up at third base in the World Series. Very famous play. You have any idea what I'm talking about?
I kind of zoned out. So
I don't know what we're talking about. I don't baseball.
Anyway,
I know you don't.
he wasn't playing Taveras. And Mo said, that's it. And he traded Alan Craig. Alan Craig was a super fan favorite.
Yep.
Everybody loved Alan Craig. It
The,
ended up being a fantastic trade.
Yeah.
He got Lackey out of it. Joe Kelly was part of that trade, too.
there's just some things where, as a fan, you have to sit there and you're like, this is ridiculous. But also know that it's not Marmol's fault. It's not the team's fault. It's the ownership. It's Mosaic. It's things that need to change that you have to show them that they need change. But it's the ownership group. You can't change the ownership group unless they get more money.
Need Augie Bush back.
Exactly.
You know the guy that Mosaic took over for?
Yeah,
He died yesterday.
I saw that.
Walt Jackety.
Yeah.
He was great.
He was great.
Because he was here from the late 90s, right? When Tony came over
Yeah.
from Oakland. He came in and Albert came up and then he brought in Jim Edmonds. And Scott, love him or hate him, I like Jim Edmonds. I don't want to go down this road. I like Jim Edmonds.
I like him as a player,
He's one of my favorite players ever.
as a person, and probably what he
Sleeping with the babysitter.
did was not probably the smartest, and things he's probably said on air also not the smartest.
So I stopped watching baseball in 2018-ish every day. Around the time Jim started.
Yeah.
His first year, it was a breath of fresh air.
It was amazing.
Because
Yes,
it was not Tim McCarver.
and it gave insight to the team.
And when he's that's the Jim Edmonds I like.
Yes.
I don't know what he said since then. I don't know any of that stuff. So when I'm talking, I like Jim Edmonds. I'm talking the first 2 years.
The very first, yes.
When it was
when he actually did
called
his
games.
job and wasn't sleeping with the nanny.
it was right before he started sleeping with the nanny. He was still married to Megan at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know her name. I wish I didn't.
Because
but-
she's a real housewife.
yeah, she came into my work one day. I wasn't there, but yeah.
When you can tell he started getting bad when people found out about the nanny. People were not happy about things he had said. Logically, I'm sorry if I found out that my favorite broadcaster cheated on his wife. And
I'm sure they all did back in the day, though.
he was doing it currently.
That's true. I'm sure a lot of I hate to say it, but I'm sure a lot of former players have.
Yeah,
Slept around.
but he did it when he wasn't a player. He was a broadcaster.
Yeah, that's
and it
not
was
good.
with the nanny.
That's pretty.
Someone
bad.
you're supposed to trust to watch your kids.
I'll tell you a story after we finish.
Okay.
Similar to that, I can't tell on air, but I like but that Jim Edmonds.
That Jim
Because
Edmonds
he
was
replaced
good.
McCarver,
Yeah.
and McCarver he replaced Hrabosky and McCarver, and it was so much nicer.
Yeah.
Because it was real insight, and it wasn't an old head. And
Because Jim also went to spring training and knew these guys.
now they don't listen to him.
Yeah, now I wouldn't listen.
I would listen to him from a center field position.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to him from probably batting.
I think in my mind he's top 3 defensive center fielder ever.
Yeah.
With Griffey and Willie Mays.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody else in that conversation.
No.
Maybe Ichiro probably right.
Yeah.
Trout's the most overrated player ever. I wouldn't put him in that conversation.
Yeah. Same with Shohei, kind of.
Shohei hit 52 home runs last year.
He's good, but I just get tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, I do too. They force it down your throat.
Yes. To the point where I'm like, okay, I get it.
He's
good.
That game,
Move
he
on.
went 5 for 5 with 4 home runs and a double and 15 stolen bases.
Yeah.
That game, I got 4 notifications about it.
Mm-hmm. I don't need to.
I don't need to know. I mean, that's cool. That was a hell of a
That's
game.
cool,
He had
but
15 RBIs. And
but
2
one
doubles.
notification is enough.
Give me at the end.
Yeah.
Give me the recap.
Yeah.
I don't need all that other stuff.
No.
And Otani, I wish he was a Cardinal.
Yeah.
There was rumors.
I wish that we actually used our money.
Yeah, they have lots of it. Well, not anymore. Nobody goes to games, but
Yeah, they're losing money right now because they didn't go out and spend money.
do you know the son that's not part of the team, Andrew DeWitt? He owns
What is-
Dewey's Pizza.
So can he figure it out and come?
He runs a good pizza place.
Exactly. So.
You ever had Dewey's Pizza?
Mm-mm.
Sorry, we got way sidetracked
Anyway,
there.
back to.
I knew you knew baseball. I didn't know you knew it that good.
Oh, I
She's
Because
a
I didn't
genius.
realize I knew it that good still.
I'm a baseball genius. That's why I've been working for this freaking baseball team here for 4 years.
Yeah. That's a topic for another day. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to keep you out of trouble on that one.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
back to the blind ranking,
We don't like emos. Next question.
No, next
which
one.
is sad. The emos is delicious.
Nope.
But, okay.
It's eating a chip with sauce and
You're
cheese on it.
eating a freaking. It's like you're going freaking chips
I-
and queso, but you're not getting chips and queso.
You're getting chips
You're getting
and
chips
cheese
and
and
marinara
sauce.
sauce and some cheese.
I like thin crust pizza. I'm a fan of it.
I don't.
Yes.
I like thin crust pizza. So I like Domino's thin crust pizza. I like pizza at thin
That's
crust
fine.
pizza.
Domino's is fine. When
I
you
have
can
eaten
tell
it.
it's actually crusted, not a chip. Yes, that's
Now, I will say I do enjoy tortilla pizza.
What, like Taco Bell pizza?
No.
No.
So you
That's
take
good though.
No, listen. It's you take
Uh-oh.
a tortilla. And this is from when we were dirt poor when I was a kid, and we did not have a lot of dinner options. So this was like a staple in my house. So we would take a tortilla. We didn't have any pizza sauce, so you would put barbecue sauce on it. That was your
Ooh, that
sauce,
sounds good.
and then mozzarella cheese and pepperoni. Fire.
Huh.
Really good.
It sounds like kind of like an English muffin pizza.
Never had it.
It's an English muffin. It's exactly that with an English
She
muffin.
doesn't like English muffins.
I don't.
You get some weird eating choices, what you like and don't like.
Yep.
I don't mean that in a mean
Yeah.
way, but you have some.
It's
I got
probably
strange eating habits
from
too, so.
from when I had OCD as a kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you not have OCD anymore?
No,
It goes away.
I guess.
Or she just like worked through it and
Yeah.
figured out like this doesn't actually need to.
Well, because it came from me being terrified that I was gonna get kidnapped and killed.
Okay.
And so like,
That was just off the wall.
well, okay, so I used to watch this YouTube channel. It was back in 2016 when the freaking killer clowns were a thing.
Oh my God.
I was
Yes!
terrified to
I
go
was
anywhere.
terrified.
There was one on top of Lafayette High School,
Really?
which is
God,
15
I
minutes
think I
from
would
my
have
house.
like
It
killed
ended up.
myself.
It ended up being somebody like it wasn't. It wasn't an actual clown. It
Okay.
was somebody up there. But there was a picture that came out and it looked like there was a clown
Yeah,
up there,
yeah.
and it scared the crap out of everybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
Because
but
Lafayette is 15 minutes up
yes,
109.
yes,
That's not far.
yes.
That's not far from you either.
No, I have a friend who goes to Lafayette.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lafayette?
Lafayette,
Yeah, no, it's Lafayette. It's one word.
Lafayette.
Yeah, no.
It's a southern coming out.
It's
Stop
yeah,
it.
it's no, it's
Anyway,
it's fine.
So I used to watch this YouTube channel, and they were like, "Oh my God, like killer clowns are like breaking into our house," and I was like, "Oh my God!" Like I was like 10 years old, maybe.
Jeez.
yeah,
Yeah.
You were
we,
10 and 20. Good Lord.
we were. How old were we?
I was in high school in 2016.
I was
I'm 2 years older than you.
Oh, that's right.
I'm 23. Well, I'm 1 year old. I'm 23.
That's right. I forgot.
Actually, I'm not even that much. I'm like a year and a month older than you.
yeah,
I'm not
but
like
school wise, you would be like.
you called me grandpa in class one day
I call her grandma.
for no reason. I was just sitting there. And I had glasses on. And I took them off and I put them down. And she goes, "You fold those up like my grandpa." And then
I do believe that I would say that. Right
you
there.
did say
sounds
that.
about
And then
right.
we're in
Yeah.
class, in the radio class the next day, and we were talking to the teacher about nonsense. And Danny was going after me because I tell stories like a grandpa because I get in a dad stance and apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, somebody said I give off grandpa vibes. And I turned around and she was sitting there and I realized it was her. And I pointed, I said, that was you. I have never seen you laugh that hard.
It's funny.
Just kind of like you did where you turned around and put your hands down in your face. And you were just like, yeah, like that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I was just saying, I don't laugh a lot, but when I do,
You do laugh a
yes,
lot.
you do.
I do. But like, You can tell when I'm like dying of laughter.
Like you were actually laughing there.
Yeah.
You were proud of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up somehow, and I'm glad it fit in right there because I knew it was gonna make you laugh if I said it, and it did. Anyway, what were you saying?
Anyways,
Killer clowns.
So killer clowns, I was terrified, and I was like watching these videos, but like I wouldn't stop watching them. Like I was obsessed with watching them, but then again, they were like making me so absolutely beyond terrified. So like at nighttime, we could not have the blinds open. Blinds had to be closed. Curtains had to be shut. They had to be pinned closed. I would be scared that our door would be unlocked, so I would get up and like unlock and lock the door like multiple times.
I've done that before.
I would have to do it 3 times before I could go to bed, and then I would have to get up again and restart and like unlock and lock
Had to
the
be
door.
exactly 3 times though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yes.
Maybe I had OCD too.
I had to do it too.
Oh no, I did. Like when I'm in like our campus houses by ourselves, I have to do it multiple times.
Yeah. I would sleep with a butter knife under my pillow because I was like so beyond terrified that I was going to get kidnapped by this killer clown. And it started like seeping into like my eating habits. Like I would like, if my food touched, I was going to get kidnapped by a killer clown.
Oh.
I can only eat with
Okay.
certain utensils because if I didn't, I would get kidnapped by a killer clown.
So she still kind of does that today.
I cannot go to bed without some sort of video on that isn't scary, or I can't sleep.
I need
Yeah.
noise in the background.
I have to be watching a YouTube video, and it's only like a certain YouTuber that I will watch.
Wait, before we get away from the utensils, I have funny stories about these utensils. So we were in Evans one day, and they had Jell-O.
Hey, Jell-O.
Jell-O?
Evans?
Yes.
Was it Jell-O? It was Jell-O, right?
Yes.
Yes, it was Jell-O.
Yes.
Nobody tells me these
They
things.
had Jell-O for
delicious.
dessert.
That's when I get my ass in my car and I go over to Evans real quick and I get me some Jell-O.
So, they had
I
Jell-O.
might
They
walk
did.
to Jell-O.
I love.
She picked up the
Yes.
Jell-O,
Yes.
and my roommate went to go and get us utensils, right? And so she got her utensils, which this girl has to eat like everything has to have a different utensil. Like she
Everything
can't-
needs a different utensil. I eat one thing at a time.
You remember
So
when you
like,
said you don't have OCD anymore?
That is OCD, babe.
You lied straight to my face on that one.
but I have to have different utensils for anything. And then I also have to finish eating something before I can start
Yeah.
eating something else. Like if I got a burger, fries, and Jell-O, I would eat my entire burger, all of my fries, then my Jell-O, then I'll drink my drink.
Okay, I did
Yeah.
that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like you eat the mashed potatoes first and then,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
nothing can touch. Everything needs a
I was
different bowl.
kind of like that as a kid, but it was one plate. Like if the
Yeah.
peas rolled into the potatoes, I was like, ugh.
No, everything
And you
has
had
to
to
be on a
re-separate.
different plate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
What about like a buffet? How many plates do you get at a buffet?
I don't eat at buffets.
Yep, no.
No buffets.
You don't go to Golden Corral?
No.
Oh, I love Golden
Golden Corral
Corral. I love Golden
is an
Corral.
adventure. It's an adventure.
I love it.
Back to the Jell-O story.
Anyway, back to this Jell-O story. So my roommate got us utensils. She got her a spoon, a fork, all the things.
she accommodated. She got me different
she got
utensils
her
for everything.
Different utensils.
Man, they must really like you.
I do.
She acted. I don't know what happened, but all I know is that these two come back to the table, and,
I was
and my
crying.
roommate looks at me. She's crying, and my roommate looks at me and goes, "I put her spoon in the Jell-O too soon."
Too soon?
I didn't.
She didn't want the spoon in the Jell-O
I
yet.
didn't want it in the Jell-O yet. I'm like gonna cry about it now.
Like, actually crying?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, literally, she came back to the
Yes.
table and she was like, she put the spoon in my roommate goes, I go, why is she crying? She goes, I put the spoon in her Jell-O too soon. And I said, what? She said, no, I put the spoon in her Jell-O too soon. And
Yeah.
I looked at Issa and I said, what? She goes, I wasn't ready for my Jell-O to have its spoon yet.
How hard
Yeah,
were
because
you
I
laughing
wasn't
at
gonna
that
eat
point?
my Jell-O yet.
Well, it was a
Crying,
team.
laughing?
It was a team dinner, and
Oh.
so like one of my
So like all golden line.
all of like our team is there, and one of my teammates was having a bad day, and so I was like trying to get her, like trying to pick her up, trying to make sure she was okay, because like first of all of our team is freshmen minus my co-captain,
Mm-hmm.
because our
Jeez.
team is like mostly new, like it's newer,
Yeah.
and so I'm over here like trying to console my child, and then this
It's like crying,
'cause,
like actual sadness.
like she's like actually like having a bad day.
And your spoon touched
And then
your-
and then I got her situated, like we walked up to get food together hand in hand, like I was there to protect her. I was there to be her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then we get back to the table, like I got this one sorted out, we're fine. And then here comes Issa. And I look at her and I'm like, What's wrong?
I couldn't eat my Jell-O.
She couldn't eat her Jell-O. She was really sad about that.
I had to give it away. I couldn't eat it.
Yeah. So she had
Sure
to.
you don't still have OCD?
So she couldn't eat her
It's
Jell-O.
really only food related.
And then-
now. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
And then I have my roommate.
Like, I could sleep with my door unlocked
Yeah.
and I'm fine.
Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Like
in
my
the
dorm door.
No, let's not.
You gotta have ID to get in the building. right?
Exactly. So, like, I'm
It's
fine.
kind of hard to get in.
You would think, but remember someone got into Reynolds? And
Yeah,
your
but
door.
I'm not afraid he's going to kill me. He's just a stupid teenager. He's
Got
not a
it.
killer clown.
That's true.
You
So-
can get it. It's just it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You have to sit out
Yeah.
there and wait for someone to open the door.
Yeah.
But
And
So, like,
then catch
I'm
it.
Yeah.
not, like, when I have, like, my food issues, it's not like I'm going to die if I
No.
do this. It's just, like, kind of like a habit that I have
Yeah.
now.
So what? I'm a little concerned, but what upset you when the spoon touched the Jell-O?
I don't know.
she
It's
just wasn't ready.
Like, it's just like I wasn't ready to eat my Jell-O yet. And
And
so
I
I
think
didn't want to have the spoon in it yet because I wasn't going to eat my Jell-O. That was my dessert.
Couldn't the spoon just sit there?
No.
No, because it would contaminate the Jell-O.
Because, yeah.
Because the metal in the spoon.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not judging. No judgment here. I'm
No, it would,
lost on that.
it would contaminate the Jell-O.
Yeah.
That's what I got from that situation. I said, we can go get you another Jell-O. She said no.
No, I can't eat
So-
Jell-O not anymore.
I tried
At
to.
all?
No, she can now.
I can now, but it was like a good couple of weeks that I just wouldn't eat Jell-O.
She just wouldn't eat it.
I
It would be
don't
in
know the last
Evans.
time I even.
It would be there for dessert. And she goes, I
I
can't,
can't
eat that.
eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then.
I did my best as a mom to fix the situation.
So, are you the mom of the dance team?
Yep.
I did my best to fix the situation.
I
It's
can see
okay.
that.
It's
I can-
okay. I just have issues.
And
I can definitely.
I
see
couldn't
you.
I couldn't fix it. And I was like, we can go and get ice cream. And she said, okay. And then she didn't get ice cream and we went back up there. I think it was because the
I was over
machine
it.
might have been broken or something.
When Snooks didn't have any cookies for you guys today, I went to Andy's instead. And they gave me, I ordered a medium. They gave me a small. And he goes, I messed this up. I'm getting to the other one. This is free. So I ate that before I even got back to my
What?
room. And then I
Love
realized
it.
I don't have a freezer.
Oh.
So, but there's like a little bit, there's like, I don't know.
There's
That
like a
much-
little baby freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I got it in there.
my freezer. Really?
It's, Yeah, so I got a it's got a lid on there. So it's,
Okay.
I'm going to come in there. My whole fridge is going to be full of ice cream.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What? I love it.
Andy's is good too.
I
Yeah.
love
It's
Andy's.
expensive
It
too.
was $7
It's
for a medium.
expensive.
I got
Yeah.
a medium boot daddy, and it was $7.
A boot
That's
daddy.
why I get the smalls. Like the small is good enough. Like
See, I'm a fat guy, so I get big food. You like that one?
Okay, so we literally
Oh,
one night we were
one night. Once upon a time.
once upon a time we were with some friends and she went up to him and she goes, what's your name? Because like we just became friends, like we didn't
Yeah.
like fully like know them yet, like
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
like,
And
oh,
so
you
I
want to
was-
come with us? And we were like, yeah,
like Emily knew this
I
person,
knew
but
him.
I didn't. And so I'm like, oh, what's
she
your
knows
name?
everybody.
I know a lot of people.
But I actually did know his name. I just forgot that I knew his name.
He goes, Jameson.
And I was like, Emily, he's lying.
I go,
He's lying.
that's not him.
And so I said,
And then I
that's
told
not
her-
your name.
and-
It's blah, blah, blah. And he's like,
How'd
you know that?
And she goes, it's because I saw your name. You had a Qdoba order and a Chick-fil-A order. And you picked them both up, and we saw it. And he goes,
He's like, because I'm a fat
fuck.
fuck.
And also, anytime we're like, we get 2 orders from somewhere, we're like, we're fat fucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, our teammate saw us in Spellman today. And like, she's like, I was expecting you guys to be in Spellman. And we go, that's because we're fat fucks.
Yeah. We just, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
in there most days around the same time because we're in there about the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when someone over here, I also can't eat Evans. Otherwise, I literally will
Yeah,
be dead.
I
on the
don't
floor.
eat Evans.
Stomach turns inside out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
The
I
Pizza
can
Hut
only.
got me.
Yeah,
Really?
but I
The
can't.
first time I had it here, I almost called her. I was like, "Take me to the hospital." I couldn't
Yeah.
get out of bed.
It
Yeah.
can get
Oh
really
my
bad.
God.
It was, I ended up being fine like an hour later, but it was.
I've
like,
only ever had issues with Qdoba.
Yeah, mine has only been with Qdoba, but I
They've all
still
gotten
eat
me.
it.
But I have
Yeah.
stomach problems. And
Yeah.
Undiagnosed, but I have stomach. I've diagnosed.
I
Myself.
know I have stomach problems.
Yeah,
I literally
IBS.
had a scope.
Oh yeah.
Celiac,
So-
Crohn's.
No, I have IBS. I hope I don't have that other stuff. Don't mention that. I think I just have IBS.
Okay. I am a medical major. So
Oh, yeah?
if you
Yes.
ever-
Oh yeah, you
Yes.
said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt calls IBS irritable bitch syndrome because my
Real.
dad and my brother have it. And
Oh, then you
My uncle
definitely
has
have it.
Crohn's.
Oh, my
It's
sister
genetic.
has it
Yeah.
too. We
Yeah,
all
it's
have it.
genetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I just don't want to have to get a test.
No, my sister has Crohn's.
You don't, yeah,
so.
you have it.
Yeah, see, it's easier that way. I just
Not
yeah,
my sister. What? My uncle has Crohn's. I said my sister.
Do you have Crohn's?
No, my uncle does.
I don't want to have
Maybe
to
you
get
do. You do have tummy problems.
I do, but I don't. I think it's like other things. Like I know I have GERD, which is heartburn.
Yeah.
You get heartburn too?
I get that
I get
really
heartburn.
Do you
bad.
take medicine for it?
No,
You should. It feels better. I take
Nah.
omeprazole every
You can
morning.
get cancer from that. My mom has cancer from her heartburn. You should get medicine.
I take
I
omeprazole
used to.
every
So
morning.
I used to when I would
See, I guess,
swim.
Grandpa, you're not helping my case. dude.
Exactly. When I would swim, I'd have like these adrenaline dumps, which would be like my heartburn would get really bad.
Mhm.
So I had medicine for that, but I didn't like it.
You ever thrown up from heartburn?
No.
You can get like over-the-counter heartburn. I have over-the-counter heartburn.
Yeah, just omeprazole.
So I can't take. I also can't take Tums because then if I take too many Tums
You can get
because of my
fluoxetine.
heartburn, I get kidney stones.
Because
Oh.
it helps, like,
How painful is that?
Kidney stones are awful.
Is that the worst pain?
No,
uh,
it's awful. Hang on,
on the pain scale, yes, it is.
it is. But for me, I had my my biggest one, which was 1.2 centimeters.
Oh.
At the same time, I had my period.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I had to have 2 surgeries to get that out. So I had one surgery. Yeah.
Good
I had
God.
one surgery to break it up because it was so big. Like it wouldn't pass. If I tried to, I would have to have like emergency surgery.
Yeah,
'cause
you probably would have.
it would block, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to. It had to.
That's not a fun
She
thought
went
to
in
think
there
about.
and he had to like put a stent in. He broke it up and then he had to put a stent in because of the swelling.
Had to blast it out.
To
Yeah.
keep it open.
Yes. To keep it open. And
That's a
everything.
rough weekend.
And then so that was over Thanksgiving weekend, I think.
Oh, that's not fair.
And then I came back. We had hockey, maybe. No,
When
it was
wa-
homecoming.
When was this?
I don't. It was like early first semester last year,
Oh,
and then it was like during football season and rugby and.
did I know you at that point?
I think yeah. I don't think I talked about it a lot with like outside people because I didn't enjoy my time.
Yeah, that's not something I go around and tell people.
Yeah, I had a kidney. Now I do because I'm like it's kind of funny.
That's just bad
Like,
timing. You got to make the same
Yeah.
time. That's just.
It was that, and then I had another surgery over winter break to get it out, and then I had a stent in as well to like for swelling purposes, obviously.
Jeez.
And that one I pulled. I was doing like we have to do winter break workouts for dance, and they were like, "Yeah, you can exercise. Like, see how you feel like the next day, and then you can exercise." So I was like, "I'm fine. Like, I'm like one of those like quick recovery people because I had this surgery like twice already. So I was like,
You're
I'm
used to it.
fine.
Been there, done that.
Exactly. Like this one was obviously different because I was like, it was 1.2 centimeters. Like it was awful.
That's like
Yeah.
that big.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
My God.
yeah. And like if you know what your urethra looks like, it's not that big.
It's not that
No.
big.
No. So that
Not even
happened.
close to that
no,
big.
no. And so I literally, my mom also was a urology nurse.
Well, that helps.
So they all knew me
You
too.
got connections everywhere.
Yeah. So they
You
also
really
knew.
do. Like everything, you have a you just meant you casually name drop talking to Danny Mac,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah,
That
Mom.
was at Cardinal Caravan though.
Oh, okay.
So like that one, like
That wasn't you didn't know it.
I didn't know him, but then he also went to the school. So
And you're
let's
like,
be real.
My mom's a urologist.
Yeah, my mom is a urology nurse, so I literally called her. I said, I was doing a workout and it just kept pulling, and it's just uncomfortable at this point. Like I was like, I don't care, I need it out. Like I know my body, I know it's fine. Like get this thing out of me.
Right.
So I literally called my mom that day and I said, this thing needs to come out right now. And she was like, okay, Mauer, like the doctor. I'm just going to call him Mauer because I've also known him since I was little because I swam with his kids. And like he would officiate swim meets with my dad.
Had swimmers on back-to-back week or 2 out of 3 weeks we've had swimmers.
I didn't
We
swim
have.
here though. I didn't swim here.
We don't have a swim team.
We did.
We did.
We did, and I could have swam here, but I didn't want to anymore. I was over it. My shoulder is torn to shreds because of swim.
You
And
just falling apart everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Dance
like
does that.
yeah, dance,
Yeah.
swim, like sports just does that to a
Just,
body.
you can do it your whole life,
Yeah.
and you're doing flips and stuff.
But so like I literally went in and he literally like she's like my adopted sister. She was like, you really want this out right now? And I was like, yeah, it needs to get
Is that
out.
painful?
it was just uncomfortable. Like I was tired of being uncomfortable. I had been uncomfortable since Thanksgiving.
And this is
like
December,
the week before Christmas maybe, and I'm like, I've been uncomfortable for a month with a stent in my body. It needs to get out. Like I was uncomfortable for at least 2 months with this kidney stone and this stent. I'm uncomfortable with this stent for a month. Get it out. And she was like, okay, I'll take it out. So in walks in Dr. Maurer, and he's like, all right, here's all this stuff that you already know. If anything happens, call your mom again. And I was like, okay. So he just sits there and he just pulls it out. And I'm like in the weirdest way, I was like, I can breathe.
Yeah.
Like
you go under for that?
No. Like a stent, they have strings that gets taped to at least the stent I had, it's strings that are connected to like the tube.
Okay.
And then like literally it gets taped to like the inside of your thigh.
Okay.
And then like, so the tape doesn't move because it's medical tape.
Right.
And so every time like I would jump or do something for this workout, it would tug on it, but not enough for it to like tug out.
Yank it out.
Yeah. So that's like the most uncomfortable thing in the world.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
It was.
That sounds really terrible.
And now I can't drink tea because I'm terrified another kidney stone will come back.
Yeah.
Because I know they have like little ones.
If you had kept the stent, would you be fine from kidney stones again?
No.
Okay, so it wasn't doing anything.
It wasn't doing
just
anything.
there.
It was just there to prevent because they had to go in there twice to pull out a stone.
Because also, if your urethra swells up so much, you could stop urinating.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
And that can cause an infection.
That's when you got to go to the hospital. And they gotta
yeah,
drain
so
it
that's why they put a stent is to
keep it open.
To keep it open, and then once it's like done swelling, like obviously like either sometimes you can it's usually 2 to 3 days after surgery you can yank it out yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can call and come in and they'll yank it out for you. I would have just had my mom do it because she's done it 500 times at this point. But
you have the weirdest connections. I thought I had strange connections. You got me beat.
Some wacky connections.
It's hard to beat the weird connections I have. And you got me beat by a little bit.
Yeah. But
not a lot, but you got me beat by a little bit.
Yeah. So I was like, it needs to go.
Yeah.
Went in, got it inked out, and I was fine.
Beautiful.
And now I don't drink tea. I don't take Tums anymore. I can't have ibuprofen because that upsets my stomach. I can only have Tylenol. Yep. Or acetaminophen, which is
I think
Tylenol.
ibuprofen it's bad for your liver and your kidneys.
What about Excedrin?
It's also bad for my stomach. My stomach can't handle it either.
Can you take Excedrin?
I think
Excedrin has ibuprofen in it.
It has both.
Excedrin is a cocktail of a bunch of different things. So it's acetaminophen, NSAIDs, which is ibuprofen, and caffeine.
You were probably the smartest person we've had on this show.
Oh, 100%.
Hey.
I like to call myself very knowledgeable in the medical field because it's been my obsession since I was 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you got
it's
me.
Like mine with photography and sports photography since I literally have been holding a camera since I was 7 years old.
You are very good at that.
Thank you.
You are very good at that. So this derailed a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
That is because we have 2 ADHDers here.
We've gone overtime.
The second name for this show is Jack's ADHD.
That's,
because we've had interviews that were going to go 20 minutes that went over an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
Yeah.
We're at that point right now.
Yeah, we've been going for an hour and a half already.
We're almost at 2 hours. It's
we are almost at 2 hours.
8:45.
Slay.
Yeah, you guys said 45 minutes, and I said, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
We got Kara, and we haven't even touched on some stuff yet.
Yeah.
So let's try to reel this back
I
in.
think that stuff needs to just stay wrapped up in a box.
All right. We'll wrap it up after this then. So back to the blind rankings. We've got through one thing.
Yes.
How did pizza turn into kidney stones?
I don't know.
How did that happen?
OCD. And then food. And then probably
Heartburn.
Kidney stones. Yep.
You two are very similar.
Yeah.
And you guys are kind of like.
We're the same brain.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, blind ranking. Ted Drews.
2, 1.
You both gasped, and you
Okay,
the same
I'm
person.
scared there's going to be something better, so I'm putting 2.
No, I don't think anything can beat Ted Drews.
You have that at 1?
Yeah.
How often do you get Ted Drews?
I love Ted Drews.
I only had it once.
I have
Really?
amazing memories from there because my grandpa every 4 years we would go on a family vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sometimes it was just to his house and the whole first of all, our whole family is huge on that side. My dad has five siblings. He is one of 5. So he has 4 siblings.
I got a giant family. I know.
But like he's
I'm
one
one
of
of
5.
eight.
My uncle, one uncle has 2, one uncle has 3, one uncle has 2, and then there's me and my sister, and then grandkids. Now we have like grandkids.
Yeah.
And we have
That's how my family is.
husbands and wives and all that.
My great grandma was one of 9.
Mhm.
They all have 2 to 3 to 5 kids each.
Yeah.
And they all have kids. And everybody's still healthy. Everybody's still great. My great grandma's 96.
Dang.
Yeah. She has 9 kids. They all have 3 to 4 to 5. They all have 3 to 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And some of those kids are like, yeah, everybody's married. Everybody has kids. There's like, I think, 82 people.
Yeah.
On just my
Damn.
mom's side. I'm just on my mom's side. We have a huge family. And
But
then my
like-
dad's side, there's like 9 people.
But like when we would vacation and we would go to Ted Drew's, obviously like my grandpa was amazing. He would pay for it. My grandma died before I was born. So like this is how like he keeps her memory alive.
Okay. That's
Like
cool.
in his own way. And so like he would always take us there. And so like my earliest memories of Ted Drew's are with my like extended family.
So it's more
So
the
it's-
memory of.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
that, and it's like it's St. Louis.
Yeah.
I've only
Yeah.
had it once.
Really?
It's in a weird area.
It is.
I don't go to
but-
South
Well,
City
there's
very
also
often.
like just stores that will just sell it.
Yeah.
Like you don't
Yes,
have to
who
go to a
Yeah.
Ted Drew's. Like my dance studio in High Ridge, I go to U Dance Studio. It's by the Farm and Home, if you know where that is, off Highway 30.
I don't go to High Ridge a lot.
It's by the Little Caesars. It's right
Okay.
by that Little Caesars.
I know there's a.
Back to Will
I know there's
Caesars.
a McDonald's next to a tire place in High
Yes,
Ridge.
yes. It's just a little bit further that way.
That's off like W, and or not W,
M.
FF.
It's by M.
When you go to
Highway
L
M.
109, you turn the left.
Yeah.
At FF and W. I
Yeah.
don't know which one's which, but you turn the left and you go like 10 miles that way.
Mhm.
That's High Ridge.
Yeah.
There we go. I
Yeah.
figured it out.
You got it.
I'm not good at geography.
But so my childhood dance studio, we had a St. Louis Pizza and Wings that was right next door, and every single Thursday we would go next door and get Ted Drew's.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it right there.
yeah, it was great.
All right, so you put it at 2
Yes.
or 3?
I put it at 2. I'm scared there's going to be something better.
And you put it at 1.
Yeah,
But it's more because of the memory.
it's the memory,
that.
and like whenever I just love Ted Drew's.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
All right, you guys don't really eat meat much, but pork steak? Do you not know what pork steak is?
I know what it is. I wish I could put it at 5.
You don't like it?
No, I don't. Well,
You don't like the meat.
I don't like meat, just period. I
Yeah.
only eat chicken comfortably.
Okay, I've probably had it, but I've never
It's like a barbecue pork chop, but better.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
I've
So
had it once in
take,
my life.
Take a pork chop and let it sit in barbecue sauce, and it's thicker, and there's more meat on it. And when you pick it up, the meat falls off the bone like a good rib.
Yeah, so I don't like pork chops. So
I don't
Yeah.
either. I don't
That's
like
a
pork
4.
chops either, but pork steak is awesome. It's kind of like
Yeah.
a.
no, my mom can attest. I hate pork chops.
I do too.
No.
Like we had to have like a thing of hot dogs. Back to the hot dogs. on
We come
hand.
full circle a lot today.
We had to keep like a package of hot dogs on hand because anytime they would have like something I didn't like
I would starve.
I used to hate brats,
I've never
Me
had a
too.
brat.
but now I like. But now I actually like them because like
I don't think
obviously
I like
it's
'em.
just like a different type of hot dog in my
It's
mind.
just a sausage.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
It's
it
a
looks
bar-
weird.
it's
It
a-
looks at me funny, and I don't like it.
But like we used to have a package of hot dogs on hand because if they made pork chops one night and I was just not vibing with the pork chops.
get a microwave a hot dog?
No, he would grill me the hot dog
Wow.
like next to the
Oh.
pork chops.
Oh, okay.
If
Yeah.
I didn't like what my parents made, we starved.
Yeah. It's tough
No,
shit.
it got to the point where I literally told them, I'm like, I won't eat that. I'm going
I was
to starve. So they had to.
I was underweight as a kid because I would literally starve myself because I
Yeah.
would not eat what they would like
Yeah.
serve us.
So me being a fat guy now, I was about half the size I was now when I graduated high school.
Yeah.
I was 120 pounds when I graduated high school. I'm like 220 pounds now. It's not good. It's not good. But we got to talk about the hot dogs a little bit more. How do you feel about Quick Trip hot dogs?
Fire.
I love Quick
Fire.
Trip hot dogs.
Man, they
Fire.
used
After
to be
like
better.
a long night at practice
Oh, it's the
or
only
like
thing-
a long event at
Yes.
like dancing.
Remember
And
the
is it
very
midnight?
first event we did, and you were like,
Yes.
"Y'all want to go to Quick Trip?"
I
And
said, "You guys want to go to Quick
yes.
Trip?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I got
Yeah.
a hot dog. I got some taquitos.
I got taquitos.
I got a donut.
I
I
love
said,
those
"I am
taquitos."
hungry."
Those taquitos are either amazing or they suck. There's no
No,
between.
they're fire every time.
They
No, I bet
Even
I-
if like the suckiness is what
Yeah, the
is
good
great
part.
about it.
I was having a conversation. I was working a soccer game the other day. Not soccer game. I was working softball. You know that taco cart up on the corner over
Yeah.
there?
Oh,
You ever
yeah.
been there?
No, is it good?
Apparently. You know Brandon.
McKinney?
Supposedly
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
He had it
authentic
for lunch
food.
the other day, and it looked really good.
So
And
So we should go.
we okay.
Okay.
Add it to the list
But-
of places we need to go.
in the next like week.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're staying. Never mind. You're
Yeah.
both gonna be in the area. We were talking about how I was afraid to try the taco cart, but I eat gas station hot dogs.
Bro.
But that's different.
It's
Because like
Quick Trip.
that's Quick Trip, and you can see that they're cooking.
Yeah, you know they're good. Taco cart.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Anything-
it's like I'm pretty sure it's authentic. Like it's actually like
That right
real
there down there is
Mexican
authentic.
food.
Yeah.
The taco cart.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never had it. I'm afraid to try it.
Do you know if they use corn tortillas or flour
I don't know.
tortillas?
We'll
I've never
ask
been
them.
there.
We can ask them.
Okay.
There we go.
I've never
Because
been
if
there.
they use flour tortillas, it's specifically from Michoacan, which is where my family's from.
I just know my boss tried it. I guess he's my boss. I don't know. I think they're all
He's
my
a
boss.
professor here. Yeah.
He doesn't. Not anymore.
Not anymore. He used to
You're
teach.
so lucky you had him.
Oh, what class was that?
Video production.
Video production. Yes, because I took it with my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've heard
and-
my story about video production. We've told it on here before.
He was the funniest. Like
He
he said
doesn't-
one time he was like, "Yeah, something's going through. It looks like they're going through a divorce." He was talking about like the freaking equipment first of all, and I'm like, "What do you mean?"
He is really
going through
funny.
a divorce. And he goes, "And your male to female ends, put them together." And I said,
He said, "What?"
first of all, this is like my first semester in college.
Right.
Like
Oh
my
my
second
God.
8 weeks, but first semester. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, you can say that?
You can say whatever you want in college.
Yeah, you can say that in a non-health class.
Yeah.
I was like, what the frick?
He's. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't really know. I've only ever seen him serious when in news.
Yes.
He was always locked
He
in.
was over our professor's crap.
Well, she kind of needed it. We have not talked about her at all on the show. We did once and we cut it out because there was reasons. But yeah, we have not talked about her. I guess she doesn't work here and we're graduating. You want to talk about her?
No.
I don't either. That's a bad idea.
Continue
Yeah.
with the food.
Anyway, I was working a fashion show with Brandon one time, and it was the most fun I've ever had working over there.
He's funny.
He made fun of everybody.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all were.
Yeah.
There was an outro reel. Somebody made an outro reel for it.
He's hilarious.
He's really funny. I wish I would have had him.
I
You've heard my story about who I
yeah.
had.
Were you in class with? You were in class
Yeah.
with Bo, right?
I was in class with her and then some other people that we're not going
she.
to name.
I heard it. Don't worry. I
You were
heard
in
it.
seminar that day.
I heard it. I was in seminar. Don't worry. That was the weirdest thing. Cause like, yes,
It almost happened again.
our professor,
Yesterday.
yeah, yes, our professor in that class is not my favorite, but also I know better to respect someone who's like,
We'll talk
A
about this
professor.
after we finish up.
Yeah,
There's
like-
more to this story.
I know how to respect someone and not to bring something up
There was a
in
lot.
the middle of class.
There's a lot more to that. I'll let you know about that when we're done.
I just know
I
better.
can't tell it on here.
to do that. Plus, like, he is the head of our department. You do have to respect him.
I've called him
Yeah.
on stuff, but I was respectful about it.
You just have to find a way around. Like, you just have to be respectful to
Yeah.
him, and he'll respect you back.
Mhm.
Do you know how many
I've been-
times I sat in his class and I said, "Sir, I see where you're coming from," but
We were doing so good.
I was doing so well, and
I
then
just marked it.
but
you have
I've
to
been
cut
like,
that out now.
sorry, but I've been like, I see where you're coming from, but I disagree, and this is how I want to go about it. And he's been like, okay, I see your side, I see my side. We'll see what happens. And then I usually end up getting like a okay grade on things.
I've gone into his office screaming before.
Yeah, same.
You have to?
Yeah, I've come into his office and I'm just been like, hey, and he's like,
I came in hot.
he also just knows like when I sass him, I'm not being like rude. That's just my
It's like, get
person.
your shit
That's just my
together.
personality, and it's like I'm. Usually, it's not directed towards him. It's directed towards something else that's happening.
Right.
And he knows that I know that if I were to say something, it's not mean. It's not directed towards him. And if he were to say something back to me, if like he's having a bad day, I know it's not directed towards me because I literally will sit there and I'll be like, that was rude. Like I'll straight up say that to him. He's like, I'm sorry. Like I should not, like I'm going through something, but like
It's been a rough day.
it's been a rough day. I've had to deal with blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, like I respect you when it happens to you, respect me when it happens to me. And we just have that mutual understanding.
Yeah, I've learned I have more respect for him than I did in the past.
Yeah.
He's not my. I mean, he knows we don't get along.
He knows no one, like he's not
But he's
anyone's
also
favorite.
not in the position to be somebody's favorite.
Exactly.
It's like there's other department heads that I know that I'm not in their department, and they're amazing. but it's probably because I'm not in the department. They can help
Exactly.
me with things.
Yeah. Now I
But-
know, like, the sports management head of the department. Love him. Like, did I only have him for, like, my classes that are in my minor? Yeah.
One of the department heads I talk to more than our department head,
Which one?
Joe Weber. I have many, many good
Yeah.
things to say about him. He's a great man.
I will talk so many, like, good things about Sweeney. I don't know if you've ever been in the
The only other one I know the cinema heads,
Mm-hmm.
and I know our department head, and I know Joe.
Yeah.
And Joe is incredible.
Yeah.
Joe is the busiest man in this campus.
Yes.
And he
Yes.
still takes time to help me with stuff. This is
Yeah.
really shouting him out how much he's helped me. I've never had him for class.
Mm-hmm.
I only know him from pulling cables at football games.
Yeah.
And he saw me working hard. Pulling cables is the worst thing ever.
Yeah. It's not fun.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I asked him if I got punished. I was like, I know I talk a lot, but please don't make me pull cables. Like anything else, I'll be quiet. I'll sit here and not say a word. Just don't make me pull every football game. I had to pull cables.
Damn.
It was rough. Anyway,
Yeah.
before we go too far down another road, because we're going to be here till midnight if we don't.
Yeah.
If that's what you guys want to do, that's fine. But we only have so much stories on the
Nah.
We broke 2 hours.
Did we?
It's like
8:45.
Well, by the time we
8:49.
wrap up, it'll be
Yeah.
We got
2
10
hours.
minutes.
All right. We got 1, 4, and 5. You have 2,
No, that's
4,
one.
I have-
1, 4,
I
5,
have-
2, 4, and 5.
I have 2, 4, and 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
have 1, 4, and 5.
Gooey butter.
I told you there's gonna be something better.
No, but I still like my Ted Drews
listen.
because
Now,
Bruh.
here's
No,
the
that's
question.
straight up one.
bruh.
One? I like it. So for a long time, our logo was just a gooey butter cookie I took off of Google because I had to put an image on there when I made the podcast.
yeah.
And my friend redid it, and it's a box of cookies with the name on it.
Oh,
It's not a bad logo.
No.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but yeah, we are. I tried to get you guys gooey butter. I really did.
Well,
All they have is a cake, and
Just
that's
bring
too
it to
messy.
class tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
We got class tomorrow.
I gotta,
Yeah.
I can't go to.
No,
store
we got
before.
2 classes tomorrow.
You're not gonna be in the second one.
My banquet
oh
doesn't start.
shoot, we
my
have banquet tomorrow.
You gotta come find a dress at my house.
Yes, I do.
But I don't.
I want the blue one.
You like my blue one?
Can I
Do you
borrow
want
that
to try it on first to make sure you actually like it and how it fits? Okay.
Full Southern, no idea what you're talking about.
But where was I?
I don't know.
Something about coming
Oh,
to class.
classes. No, I'm going to class at 5, and then I'll be there till probably like 6.
Class starts at 6.
Yeah, no, I'm keys in
To
there. at 5.
7:30,
No, I'm gonna
No, so
leave
really, I think
at
it's supposed to go
6.
till
I'm gonna
8:30.
leave at 6:15.
or does it start at 6?
Banquets. I think she said banquet starts at 6:30.
I know she
Spelman
changed
AB.
times.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
It says tomorrow's return banquet is on Thursday. Banquet Thursday will be at 6:30 in
It
Spelman
was
AB.
originally.
It was
yes.
originally 6,
Yeah.
but then I think they had to change.
I'll see you sometime during finals week. I don't have time
You
to
have
go to
class tomorrow.
I don't have time to go to the store.
Well,
I have to work until
I'm just
1.
gonna sit there. I'm gonna boo his thing. He didn't bring cookies. Boo!
I have to finish that.
I think Sarah would look at me and be like,
What?
"Girl, sit down or get out."
I think she wouldn't expect it from you.
She'd be like, "Oh."
You're usually quiet.
I'm usually quiet. I don't
Well,
talk.
we're I wouldn't say we're quiet back there.
No, we literally. She wouldn't start class one day because the 3 of us were talking.
Oh.
It's happened a couple times.
Literally, she's just been staring at us, and everyone's like, "Kaylee Cooper, who sits next to Jack."
She's the sweetest
She's the
person in the world.
sweetest thing in the whole world. Literally, she just texted me for my slides earlier, and I was
You sent
like,
those to me too.
"Yeah," and I was like, "She was like, hey guys, she's waiting to start.
She's
We're
waiting
like,
on you.
She's waiting on you." And we're like,
And this was like
Arby.
a solid 2 or 3 minutes in the class.
Yeah.
This wasn't like.
well,
and there was
also she
another day-
takes forever to start anyway, so why does it matter if I'm talking? Like,
Also, we're in college. Just
For-
fucking start.
that-
literally, like that class
class-
is pointless.
Yeah, it's a painful class. She's a very nice lady. but
I love her. Don't get me
It's a-
wrong. It's just,
painful class.
it's painful.
Yeah.
There was another time we were doing something. We were supposed to be reading an article, and it was long, and we were dicking around. Us and Brooklyn. Brooklyn was on the show like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were screwing around way too
Yeah,
much.
because Brooklyn just found everything. It was like, this is what we're writing. And I said, okay, just send it to me. And she sent it to all of us through email. And we
Yep.
just copy and pasted.
It was a group.
It was a
assignment.
group thing.
It wasn't just like
Yeah.
it was a one. And it was her turn that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We take turns.
We take turns.
Yeah.
I take the notes.
Yeah.
You do the discussion boards, and she answers the questions.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
Like
a lot.
we have things that we do,
It's a group class.
and
Sarah knows we do it.
Yeah.
no, she doesn't care. I think she's like
They're passing.
they're passing. They're gonna pay attention. They'll pay attention when they need to, and that's it. And so we were just freaking discussing. We weren't even
I don't know
discussing.
what
We were being
doing.
loud, not like loud, but like
we were loud enough that I think the whole class could hear our conversation.
Yeah, and
that was not a conversation that needed to be heard by the whole
no,
class.
because I think we were talking about something that
I know what we're
happened.
talking
Yeah,
about. It was something that did not need to be discussed with the whole class.
And because
Because
it was getting not heated, but
but it was getting stuff that didn't need, like stuff that I probably didn't need to know about.
Stuff was
Yes.
getting aired out.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, about somebody that we all know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the conversation.
Yeah.
Was. And then Kaylee tells us to lock it in.
No, because
Which was so funny.
Kaylee looks at us and she goes, because she's also like trying to do this like participation thing, and
she was working with Nate.
I
thought she was
follow
working
this
with
girl
us.
on
Was she?
Instagram.
I think she was working with us because she showed up a little late,
Oh, you're right. She was.
and she was working with us, and she was like looking around. Sarah made direct eye contact with her, I think, and she went, guys, we need to lock in. And we were like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. Locked in for 2 minutes, went back to the conversation.
Not even 2
even
minutes.
2
It
minutes.
was maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was, and then I looked up and you turned around, and all at the same time. It was like you and Brooklyn turned and looked at each other, and I was like, okay, I'm not doing this.
No, literally, I was like,
So most
there's
of the
still
time-
stuff that needs to be said, okay?
Most of the time, I kind of just add myself to that conversation with you two, because it's usually something that I can contribute
Yeah.
to, and it's funny.
Yeah, and usually, like,
And then you guys stop coming to class.
okay, one time when I stopped coming to class is because someone got napped
I did get kidnapped one time.
Did I hear about this?
Yes,
Yeah.
by her.
By my. Well, can we? He's gone.
Don't say his name.
We won't say his name.
You tell the story, but don't say his name.
Okay.
She got napped by her boss.
Yeah, by my boss.
So-
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
you're as like a Lindenwood student worker, you are not allowed in your boss's car.
yeah.
Like that
Ever?
is no. Like
No,
they can't
like
be
that's
driving
against
you
school
somewhere. That is
rules.
against school rules.
I didn't know. I've never done it, but I didn't know.
And
The
I was
only
like a
time-
fresh
so-
worker at
yeah,
this point.
she
Like
was
I
like-
had started like
I
2
remember-
weeks earlier.
You
Yes.
were hot when you came in the next day to talk about
I was pissed because I'm like, first of all, you don't do that to your student who just got here,
Mm-hmm.
literally, and you don't make that student do everything.
it. Yeah.
First of all,
Because yeah, I was like, I am in a group of 3 people that I work with, and I do. Up until recently, I had done a majority of the work. I was
Yes.
opening all the packages. I was doing all the equipment. I was putting up, and I don't even have a car. And so I'm putting
That's
up
why
these.
I remembered the story.
And I'm putting
I
up
was
these flyers.
pissed.
I have to walk around Old Side, and
Thanks for fixing
I do not have a car.
no.
And I'm walking all the way up to Old Side, all the way up to Spellman.
That's a
do-
hike.
And she can't just
Yes.
come to me and be like, hey, can you drive me these places?
because we're not allowed to help each other.
Because we were told by her boss at the time, like not by my bosses, not by, so like the way mine is, we have the director and then we have my boss and then me. And the director never came to us. Like she knows she can come to us and be like, hey,
Yeah.
you guys need to like work on your own things. No, never came to us and told us that. I told my boss about it and she looked at me and she went, well, my boss at the time, now I have a new boss, looked at me and was like, that's BS.
Yeah, that's
No,
not
she
right.
straight
You
up
should
said
be able
that's
to help
bullshit.
people out.
Exactly.
She said that's bullshit. As long as you're getting your stuff done and she's getting her stuff done, there's no reason that you can't help her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just being a nice. It's just
Mhm.
your friends.
Keep in mind, my boss at this point had already put her 2 weeks in, so she was ready
Oh.
to freaking flip shit. She was
Yeah.
ready to go.
There was
So-
a couple times I remember you coming in, like the Thursday,
Hmm.
all fired up about what had happened. Because I think I asked where you were or something.
And I was
And
like,
I
I
was
was
like,
at work.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry I asked.
Well, yeah,
you would
it
come
was
into radio.
because
Yeah.
it was such an uncomfortable experience too. Because I'm this new worker and he is
Right.
my boss, and so I don't know what these rules and regulations are. So I was like, yeah, like I'll go.
Well, first of all,
That doesn't sound like that would be an issue. Like just getting a ride from somebody.
no. So first of all, the director told him to go and do it,
and then
not to
and
have
then-
her do it.
and
Because
then-
I think you were in a boot too at this time because you're plantar fasciitis.
yes.
What?
And then I had
She had-
plantar
she had a
fasciitis.
foot
I
problem.
have feet problems.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. happens.
But she had originally told another kid that I work with to, if he needed help, to ask this other kid, not me, because
No,
I had
yeah.
been doing all the work for weeks on end. Like it was so bad that I was like having panic attacks at work, and I had only worked there for a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That should not happen.
yeah.
First month, you're still learning.
Yeah. No
I
one.
didn't
She
learn.
also
I
didn't
wasn't
learn. She
trained.
wasn't trained.
Oh, I had a job like that.
I was not trained.
I worked at Red
Like-
Robin and was never trained.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't trained in my job, but I also was I was also a line leader coordinator, so I
You knew what to do.
picked up as I went along throughout NSO, and then I just transitioned to that role, and it was fine. Like I was trained essentially.
Yeah.
This was just watered down. I forgot that was. Sorry.
But yeah,
That was
and
terrible.
so
That tastes
well,
terrible.
and so he gets me to go into his car, and then he's like talking crap on all of our supervisors, on the other people that I work with that are my coworkers. He's talking crap on them, and it's like, this is so beyond uncomfortable. This should not be happening. So we get all the way up to Spellman, and he makes me pick up. This is like a bigger dude, and he makes me pick up all the equipment, which was 2 cartfuls. While he picks up 12 cans of Starry.
Literally.
Jesus, that's why you were so mad.
I was
But you were mad
pissed.
about the whole thing.
I was mad about the whole thing. I was mad about the fact that our director told him to go do it. And
To do all of it.
To do all of it. Literally, all he had to do was pick up equipment
Yeah.
and cans of Starry. That's all he had to do. Because he had to fix something that he messed up.
You had a car.
He had a car.
You shouldn't have to go pick up stuff if they know you don't have a car.
Yeah.
And
No,
unless
that's
they're gonna
why- that's-
they're gonna let you ride with. Like if you're.
It would have been fine if I would have gone with another student worker.
Or like if I had to, like this was when I was like, I'm going to class today. I have to go to class today. I haven't been there in a week. And then this happened. And I was like,
Well,
Fuck.
fuck
Going
it,
again.
I can't go. Like I literally emailed her and I was like, hey girl, I
Shit
think
hit
I
the
literally
fan.
went, shit hit the fan at work.
Yeah.
I literally said that word for word.
This is to incident theory.
Yes. I said, shit hit the fan at work. I'm so sorry. I will not be in class today.
I have to take my antibiotic, guys.
Do you still take those?
No,
Then
I
why
just
do you
never
still
got
have
rid of the
it?
alarm. I had walking pneumonia a while ago.
I wish we could have seen her reaction to that. That'd be.
Or mine?
No, you
The
said that to the
teacher.
teacher.
Oh, yeah. I
wanna
wish
see her
we could have.
reaction.
I was like, I'll go to office hours. I was never going to go to office hours. Let's be real. I was like, I'll go to office hours. I'm so sorry. Like, I will catch up on what I missed. And she goes, it's okay. Handle your situation at work. Like, it's fine. And I was like,
Nobody shows up to that class anyway.
Exactly.
I have not missed any.
good for you.
Proud of you.
I can't say
I have
the
nothing
same.
better to do. Yeah, you haven't.
But
You don't have the worst attendance in that class.
no, I don't.
As long as you get your work done, it's fine.
Anyway, so I was like, shit, hit the fan at work. I had to go pick her up from Spellman, not knowing where she was, not knowing what was happening, because my boss and another one of our staff, like our pro staffers up there, was contacting him to have him come back and have me take her back to
Yeah.
school,
It was a whole...
back to Evans, from Spellman to Evans.
Whole
It was a
thing.
whole thing. So I get in there. I'm like on the phone with her. I'm like, where are you? Where is he?
I'm
You
like,
have to
girl,
get all
I
this-
don't know.
Did you have to still get all the stuff?
Yeah,
Yes, we had to put it in her
fit it in
car.
my car.
You got a big car though.
No, but this stuff was
I had to
a lot.
sit in the
She had
front
to
seat
sit
with the
with
cart
a-
on my lap.
Yeah,
Oh.
like it
Is
was.
that your car? I mean, you had about the same size car I
yes,
have.
it's big, but at the same time, like the amount of stuff we were loading in, we had shirts, we had speakers, we had
Right.
speaker stands, we had microphones. It
You
was a
probably
whole
had
thing.
Your car's pretty clean.
Yeah,
So you probably had other crap in there, but you probably, knowing you probably didn't.
I don't think.
No,
I
it
did.
was-
No, it was.
your
yeah,
car is
but
very-
You
like,
drove me once, and I think your car was spotless.
yeah. Thanks. I try, but
You see mine.
like, literally, I'm on the phone with her. I'm like, do you know where he is? Do you know, like, this is what's happening? And she's like, he's downstairs. He's getting the Starry. I'm upstairs. I'm by at the time it was the CDI, but now it's the center, picking up the equipment. And I was like, okay, like, sounds good. We get the equipment. We go downstairs. He texts her. He's like, okay, I'm pulling the car
Like,
around.
this man is, like, texting me, calling me, and I'm like,
He goes, okay, I'm pulling the car around. When you got the equipment, head on out. And I literally pick up the phone. I call my boss. I go, did this person call him? And I caught myself guessing.
I know you did.
Did this person call him, and is he heading back? And she goes, well, she called him multiple times. He just never answered. And I was like, okay, well, he's trying to still pick her up. Like, he's trying to take her back with the equipment. And she was like,
and, like, I don't know what to do. Like,
yeah, she was
I'm
like,
just
what do I do? And I go,
what do
You're
I
brand
say?
new.
yeah. And so she gives me her phone. I go, okay, so Emily's going to give me a ride back with the equipment. You can, I think, Emily said that.
We were putting up flyers.
Sorry.
And It's hard when we're so
It's
fired up
really
about
hard.
stuff.
Yeah, especially
we-
because I always just when I tell this story, I'm like,
let me
this
say this
person.
real quick. The first 2 years I had class with you, you barely ever said a word.
Yeah.
Like, you were quiet. And this semester, I've only seen you fired up.
I'm just like, I'm
Like,
to
you
the
were, and
point.
this is a good thing, and
Yeah.
I like seeing you like, 'cause your personality comes out.
It's just to the point
and
where
you
I'm
used to
like,
just sit there and be quiet. Now you come in screaming half the time. It's like, this is more fun. I'm like,
it's like when someone messes with my teammates, my friends, my people, I get pissed off.
Yeah, because we were like best friends at this
Yes,
point.
like don't mess with my teammates.
right.
Don't mess with my kids. Don't mess with my literally. Someone comes up to one of my kids when we're like Saturday night, just out and about. Someone came up to one of my kids one time and was like, put his hand around her, and she didn't know him. I literally like pushed him off of her, and I was like, "You don't know her. Get away!" And he ran down the stairs. So
She's good to have in your corner.
yeah, but
You're also, like, not somebody I'd want to fuck with.
no.
Because I've seen people try to mess with you, and it doesn't end good. You put a stop to it quick.
No,
Yeah.
literally, don't mess with my people. Don't mess with my teammates. Don't mess with my friends. Don't mess with my job.
And this guy did all four?
Basically, yes. And so I literally had to be like, I took her phone and I was like, Emily said that this pro staffer.
We were told to put up
more flyers. You know the Lions flushes in the bathrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
we were told to do that.
Put those up. And I was like, okay, like that makes. And so I texted her that. He goes, and she said, you can just head back to the office. So he left. He was like, okay, blah, blah, blah. I'll just head back to the office. Heads back to the office. Still is not answering anyone's phone calls. Still is not
And
like.
he like disappeared, didn't he?
He disappeared.
He was gone.
We
Really
loaded
messed
up. We loaded up my car. First of all,
And you're
I
not
had
supposed
to do
be
like.
over there, right?
No, she wasn't supposed to
It
be over
had
there.
nothing to do with what you were doing,
I
and then
would-
you were
like-
just bailing her out.
Yes.
I was not supposed to have been a part of this at all. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be
Just
this guy and our coworker.
Yeah.
Weird.
Or just, and then it got to the point.
He likes to tell me to do everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then it got to so I drove around because I was parked on the other side to go around to pick up the equipment. I had to literally do a full loop around that parking lot. Got the equipment loaded in my car. It took a good 5 minutes to do that. Texted my boss. I was like, okay, we're heading back to the loading dock. If he's not down there, can you meet us down there? And she was like, yes, of course. And she was like, I haven't seen him. I don't see his car. So I'm just going to assume that if you text me, he's not down there. And I was like, okay. We pull up to the loading dock. He's not down there. Nowhere to be seen, actually. Still is not back up in the upstairs office, which is third floor Evans. So we get everything unloaded. We get everything mostly put away.
Yep.
And we go back up to the office. My boss and I are full on
Because there
ready
was
to
a
attack.
broken speaker.
There was a
and
broken speaker.
She had to take it back
Yes.
upstairs.
And my boss at the time had just gotten back from maternity leave.
Yeah.
So she should not be lifting a speaker.
Yeah.
But she was like, "You're not carrying this. You already had to deal with enough." And so she
And
took
I
it.
had a boot on.
She
at the time.
also and she also she lives on a farm. So
That's no big deal.
yeah. So she was like, "I'll
Farm
take
people
it."
are strong.
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily always look it, but they are strong.
Yeah.
They're like gymnasts.
Yes.
They're just strong people.
But she takes the speaker up.
Sorry.
We get back up there, and she's like, we're looking around. We're like, where is he? 5 minutes later, here he comes, strolling on in.
Like nothing happened.
Like nothing ever
But he's got the
happened.
12 pack with him?
He's got the bag of story with him.
At least he had that, right?
Yeah, I guess.
He goes, all right, I got the story. Is there anything
And
else
the only
we need?"
reason we had to get this story was
'cause
because
he messed up.
a beverage order. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this event was trying to make mock Shirley Temples, so
What
you
event
need
was this for?
It's for one of the business fraternities on campus,
Yeah.
You have a
DSP.
business
so-
fraternity?
Yeah.
you need
Wow.
It's for anyone, girls and men. If
Yeah.
you're as long as you're in the business school, you can join it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you need Starry for these mock Shirley
Mm-hmm.
Temples, and so they were like, I mean, we could take something else, but we need
This is our event.
Starry.
Yeah.
This is what goes inside of us. So that's
Yeah.
what we need.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
That whole day, I was over it. I was done.
Did you go to radio that night?
Probably. Yeah.
I think you did.
I think I did.
Because I remember you coming in fired up in radio about something.
Yeah. My favorite thing is when I came into radio with sunglasses on, you all looked at me like I was on drugs, and I was like, no,
That was more Jake.
Just wanted to keep my sunglasses on.
That happened a couple times. People came in with sunglasses. Jake comes in with sunglasses on all the time. He gets to take
Exactly.
them off.
So
Bo comes in with a hood up and sunglasses. Says, "I'm doing crafts."
yeah,
That was probably the most fun I've had in that class. That
Oh,
day
yeah.
yeah,
out of control.
We gotta finish this food.
Yeah, we do.
yeah. Let's just finish this
Jeez.
and then
There's one
wrap
left.
it up. Okay.
What do you think it is?
Okay, hold
It's
on.
pretty
Toasted
obvious one.
ravioli.
Toasted ravs.
Toasted ravioli.
I would put that
love
as
a
3.
good toasted rav, but I'm cautious about the meat.
They have
I
cheese ones.
only like the cheese
The
ones.
cheese ones are good. The
Yes.
white cheese
Yeah.
ones,
Yes.
they're really good. I like those a lot.
But I won't eat them with marinara sauce. I don't like marinara sauce.
She doesn't like mayonnaise.
You eat shrimp?
Nope. I don't eat seafood.
She doesn't like seafood.
Do you eat shrimp?
Yeah,
You like cocktail sauce?
depends. Sometimes I just want my shrimp and I don't care.
You like fried shrimp?
Yes.
I love fried shrimp. I miss when Red Lobster had that all you can eat for $20.
Yeah.
I made the mistake the first time I did it. I had like 4 of those biscuits and
Those
3
biscuits-
sodas.
Those biscuits are so fire.
They are so good.
I was like, I got real excited.
It's like the Texas Roadhouse rolls.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
You were
so good.
in the room in class last year. Both classes ganged up on me.
I remember this.
You were a part
I
of it.
remember this because I was like, because no, you were saying that you didn't eat a vegetable, and I think
No, I said I ate healthier.
you ate healthier at Texas Roadhouse, and I said, okay, what'd you have?
Oh, you started this.
No, I don't think I started. I think
I-
our professor started.
I think I jokingly said, because she got on me all the time about
Yes.
my eating habits. 'cause
Yes.
She's a health nut. She's
She is.
the best teacher.
Yes,
I've had here.
yeah.
Far and away. I'll say her name. Morgan is the best teacher.
She is.
Yeah.
She's great.
They need to do whatever possible to keep her here.
Yes.
Because I don't think she's going to stay long.
If
Just
they
because she
don't,
doesn't, I think she wants to go back to California.
yeah.
But she is,
Girl, me too. I
She
want to
is-
go to California.
she is
She,
phenomenal.
Yeah, she's from yeah.
She's the best teacher, far and away.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a health nut.
She is.
And if you see me, I'm the furthest thing from a health nut.
Girl, me too.
We're in class, and something was going on with the other class.
I think they were just taking forever to get set up.
They messed up a script, and they had to rewrite it.
Oh, that sounds
And
about
I
right. Yeah.
jokingly said, "You should have heard what I had for dinner last night. If you think that was bad." And she goes, and then you join in.
I think she was like, I was like, what do you mean? And you're like, I went to Texas Roadhouse. And I was like, and then Morgan went, oh, and what did you have? Like jokingly, she was like, he probably had like freaking chicken tenders and fries or something like that.
That's what I eat.
Oh, she knew I ate better than that.
But like,
I had the collection ribs. The chicken tenders and
but
ribs.
he was like, she was like, okay. And then you go, and I had a side salad. And she goes, okay, and what salad? And you go, Caesar. And we looked at you and we said, that is the least healthiest
salad.
Yeah,
salad.
you
in
were the
our-
one that jumped my ass about that.
I said, that is the least healthiest. And then I go, how many rolls did you have? And you go, 4. And I said, 4 rolls. They are 190. I think they're like roughly.
They're like 240 calories a piece.
No, they're 180
They're-
to 190.
Yeah.
Well, I had 800 calories.
But
worth of
if you
rolls.
add the butter adds.
The butter
so
does
probably
add, so
with butter, it's like 200 something.
Did I use
Yeah.
the butter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
How can you not use the
No,
butter?
literally.
Well, here's
though.
the thing. We had a free appetizer for working Winterfest.
So you had an appetizer with that?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was the appetizer?
A blooming onion.
Oh, there you go.
That was like. You
That's like
probably
22,
ate
right?
like 2,000, 3,000
Okay.
calories in one
We
sitting.
barely ate any of that because it was so big.
The
Of the
onion?
appetizer,
Yeah.
Do you know how many-
finished the rest
Oh,
of
I
the
finished
food.
Do
it.
you know
Yeah.
how many calories are in meat?
There's protein in meat, though.
Do you know how many calories are in meat?
I don't know, but protein makes up for it.
No.
No.
But like you said that, and then immediately you go, I had a side Caesar salad, and I just remember Morgan and I going, that is the least healthiest salad there is. And you go, well, at least I had a salad. And I said,
Well-
did you have anything, like any other vegetables? And you go, no. And I was like,
no.
okay.
Well, do you remember this, though? So somebody had a hot mic, and I know who it was, and I'm not going to say his name. This guy does not like me. And I'm looking over. We don't get along, me and this guy, at all. Like, we're like fire and ice. And I already had to bail him out a couple times
Yeah.
in the news because he messed up directing. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say his name. He doesn't listen to this. You know who it is. But I had to technical direct because somebody was
There's
sick.
like, there's 3 of them.
What?
There's 3.
Huh?
There was 2 of them that were in that class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I get along with one of them.
Okay,
For
no,
the
so
most
I know
part.
which one it was then.
The one that I don't like.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, so he's laughing a little too much For a
Yeah.
guy that hates me, he's
Yeah.
laughing a little. Like he genuinely hates me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything, but he hates me.
Yeah.
He's laughing way too much, and I see him looking over my shoulder, like something's not right. I turned my head. I don't have a headset on. This is in the TV. Have you been in there at all?
No.
So there's a wall between the TV studio and the control room, and you can't really hear
Yeah.
in between.
That's why you have it like headsets.
Yeah, you
to
can talk to
connect.
the floor director. I don't have a headset on. Danny and Gabe are out there, and I'm facing this way, facing the wall, and he's laughing.
You're facing the screens
Yeah,
slash
I'm not
Morgan.
looking
You're not
behind me. I'm
looking.
not looking at the window.
Yeah.
Because I was locked in from
Yeah.
technical directing. I turned my head, and our entire class, the rest of the class that's not in the room, is there, and the other class is all standing by the window. Because somebody turned their headset up so everybody could hear.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're all on me. And then I took somebody's headset, and I was like, give me that. And I put it on.
Because
And I start yelling.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having fun. I'm not mad. It was
no,
funny.
it was cool.
funny.
It was. I think it added like a lighthearted to the situation because we were all so pissed
we were
off
mad.
at the other class.
And it ended up
Because we
being one of the
wanted to
most
be
fun
done.
classes just
Yeah.
from that 20 minutes. And it was Danny. I'll say it. Danny's been on the show before. He was in the last video we posted.
Yeah.
You could hear him. He's a peanut gallery in there. But he said something. I don't remember what he said. And then Gabe goes, I said, it's better than I eat normally. And he goes, I've seen how you eat. You eat worse than that. Like, that's uncalled for. And then later that night, we're down here. We had some food in here. And somebody in the other class had come down here to do radio or something. And sees all the food. We're throwing all the food out. And she brings back up class. And she was in the other class.
Was it?
The one you know. I don't know if I said it or him. I'm not. I know you're friends with her. I don't really know her. But
I think it was the one that was on your dance team.
it is the one that was on the dance team.
Yes, she
I
is
know her.
She's a communications major. Yes.
I
I
know
love
her.
her. I love her.
It was pretty funny because it was like 12 hours later. This was late. This was like we ended up down. We were doing something down here late that night. It
Yeah.
was like 9 or 10. She comes down here, brings it back up, and Danny was giving me shit about it in radio one day. And he goes, yeah, you said you put a piece of lettuce on your chicken sandwich. And you said, that's healthy now. I had a salad. Like, I did not say that.
Oh,
That was
Lord.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It is something I would say. I had a
Yeah.
salad. I put some lettuce on my chicken sandwich. One, I'm not putting lettuce on my chicken sandwich, first off.
You don't like a Chick-fil-A deluxe
No.
sandwich?
No.
He just said no.
I like tomatoes on my sandwich.
That's about it.
Why do you like tomatoes?
I like tomatoes. They're good.
Why do you say
I hate-
tomatoes?
Yeah, why do you say tomatoes?
I don't know. I just say things and it comes out
You
weird.
also say W.
Do I?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Say the letter.
W?
I said W.
How do you say wash? Wash or wash?
I say wash.
Okay,
good.
I don't say wash
Okay, good.
or carn.
Can you say bagel?
Bagel.
Okay, good. Can you say taco?
Taco.
Do that one more time.
Taco.
Can you say bagel?
Bagel.
Okay, that's
Can you,
fine.
one more time with taco.
Taco.
Okay,
He's
that's-
enunciating it
he's
better now.
Yeah. Okay.
I've said it the same way all three
You
I
were
times.
know
saying-
you changed
You were,
it a
you
little
were
bit.
saying taco.
Yes.
Taco?
So I know someone
Yeah.
who pronounces bagel as bagel.
Oh, I don't
Bagel.
do that. No, this is just the Eureka in me.
Yeah.
Bagel, and then taco one night was taco,
Taco.
I don't do that.
Yeah, you do.
Not that bad.
and then
But you do. We're exaggerating so you understand what we're
I
enunciating.
don't say
Yes.
taco.
You do.
you
Taco.
did you said taco.
I did not.
Yeah. Yes, you
but
did.
like you said it so smoothly that's why we had to ask you multiple times how you did that.
People, this girl
We're
I used
like,
to work with said
one
I
more
said
time?
t-shirt weird.
What'd you say?
Say it.
T-shirt.
You say t-shirt.
Do I?
T-shirt.
T-shirt, T-shirt.
My sister gets really mad at me just when I talk in general because she says I talk like an idiot. It's just kind of how I talk.
I mean,
You like
that's
that one,
also
Emily?
that's also male with neurodivergency.
Hey now.
That's just
Hey, now.
that's just the way that you talk is just male with who is neurodivergent.
Hey now. Hey now.
You literally said you have
I
ADHD.
talk like a female who is neurodivergent.
Let me tell you
I don't like that word.
Neurodivergent?
Yeah, I don't like that word.
Why?
I don't know, but I don't.
Why?
why.
Don't know, but the word.
Do you have issues?
I got all kinds of issues. We're playing this game now, huh?
Hang on. This is also, you're talking to the girl who literally will sit across from one of her teammates and
call them
jokingly go,
autistic.
do you have autism?
I probably do.
She has straight up said that to one of our teammates.
Yeah.
Like in the nice, like she was joking. Like
No,
it wasn't like,
low key, I was being kind of. I was like serious, but in a funny way.
yeah, she was like,
I also block one of my teammates on a reg.
yeah, she literally will just straight up unadd and block her on a regular basis.
Yeah,
That's your friend?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She hasn't added her back or unblocked her.
I know I have not. Not
Okay.
yet.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
question that.
she'll make me mad. I'm just like, okay, I'm blocking you.
I told my brother I was going to block him today.
Yeah.
He's
I love
I
blocking
left my
people.
family group chat on Easter Sunday.
On purpose?
Yep.
You getting political or something?
No, my sister was pissing me off, so I left.
Okay. Did you rejoin it?
No, it's like, it's just my mom, my dad, and my sister. If they need me, they can make a new one, or they can just text me individually.
My family, I forget, has a group chat, and then, like today, in the last half hour, I get a bunch of weird texts.
I don't think they've realized that I left it. Like I haven't been put back in.
I think they know. I just think
they don't want to deal with
yeah.
it. I was pissed. I told them that I wanted to leave on Easter Sunday by a certain time
because
it was
they
storming.
can't add you back into it anyway.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that storm came out of nowhere.
It was storming on. I was like, it's
Oh my god, it was so
supposed-
bad. I was
yeah.
coming back to school on that day, and we were literally going less than 30 on Highway 70.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came back, so it was Mania night, too, that night, so that took priority over everything. But I finished watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah.
I took priority, so that ended about, I don't know, I came back about 11, and it was fine by then.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Are you surprised? I did a wrestling radio show.
No, I'm not
Are
surprised.
you surprised
No.
that Mania took priority?
No, I was just.
Making fun of me?
That was just really funny. But I literally was like, my sister was pissing me off. I was told my mom I needed to eat by this time so I could leave at this time because of the storms.
It's a 2-hour drive back.
It's a 2-hour drive back. It's Easter Sunday. People are going to be traveling. Like, it's common sense.
Drunks on the road, too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta beat all
And
that.
my mom understood that. She understood that, like, plans changed. Was she happy about it? No. But she understood. My sister texted me that morning and goes, do I even come to Easter Sunday lunch?
Is your sister older or younger?
She's older.
I've never heard you mention you have a
she's
sister
3 years older.
until about an hour ago.
Oh.
Yeah, you've never talked about her
Well,
in class or anything.
my bad. Love you, sis.
If she's made it this far.
But
This is a long one.
yeah, sorry, Pookie. But like, she was pissing me off. I told her, she was like, "Do I come?" And I was like, "I mean, yeah, you probably won't be able to see me again till graduation, till maybe not even graduation, like,
She doesn't come.
till graduation because she
Well,
is
yeah,
coming.
because
But
you're moving out too.
I'm
so.
moving out. Like I'm not. I don't plan to come back home. And
You really hate Springfield, huh?
I love it in pieces. But I was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. She texted, I was like, I'm leaving at 2, so we hopefully are eating at 1. She sends me a screenshot of a message from our family group chat of me saying, I want to leave by 3. This was earlier in the week when I had no idea like what the weather was going to be. And she was like,
The storm didn't hit till like 7.
I mean, yes, but
I guess that's in your
okay,
regular,
I
I don't
have
know, like-
a storm. I have storm anxiety. Like
Okay.
I get
Yeah.
really stressed out to the point where I'm like low key on the verge of a panic attack. Yeah.
Okay.
So like I can't drive in storms. Like even if it's like I got back at 3 and it was 4 hours till a storm, I was like I was prepared. Like
Right.
I got dinner. I didn't leave my house.
It's not fun to drive in.
No, it's not. And not to be Missouri and Illinois drivers are not the best.
No.
Near.
You
Like-
know what they call Illinois drivers on the road? Fibs.
What?
Fucking Illinois bastards.
Yeah, that's why I like.
Also,
I know.
Illinois roads are shit.
Yeah.
The
like-
I don't know what is it 55? The 55,
55?
to get
Yeah.
in the Illinois side is
55
It's awful.
in general is not great.
No, it's awful.
by
Not
where
as
I
bad as
live it
270
is.
though.
By
No.
where I live it's pretty okay. Like I drive
But
that to work. And
I
stuff.
was like, I need to go. I need to like go. And my mom understood that. My sister sent me that screenshot, and she was like, "Well, you told us this time," and blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't care. I literally texted her. I said, "Plans change." No, I said, "Plans fucking change. Deal with it." And she said,
And I'm sure your family knows.
"Yeah."
you
And my
forgot about
family
storms,
knows that
right?
I don't like storms. My dad even was like, "You should be fine. Like
You're Midwest,
your
you
drive."
don't go sit on the front porch when the storm's
I
coming?
do, but like I do, but I also like know that storms in this area can turn bad in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, because I mean
Yeah.
we're in Tornado Valley.
Exactly.
Where were you at when the one? Or you were here? I think I texted you. You were here.
Yeah, I was in the basement.
I was in her basement.
We were in the basement with our
Sitting in a
feet in the
kiddie
pool.
We were at my buddy's house, and I texted him. I was like, I texted you.
Yeah.
Did it hit bad there? And you're like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, no, literally like completely missed St. Charles. It wasn't bad at all.
We barely got hit at O'Fallon.
Yeah.
We were at off K.
But like it was bad enough to the point where like even Lindenwood was sending out
Oh, I got a ton
texts
of
to
texts.
go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go downstairs. So I was like, I mean, the one on Easter was not like bad enough for Lindenwood to send things
No.
out, but I was like, we are literally so close to being in the purple right now.
It was, yeah, it was close.
So I was like, that's why I was like, I need to get home. And then my sister showed up 15 minutes late. Like, first of all, we already pushed lunch to 2. It was like 1:45, 2-ish.
And you're trying to leave by 3.
I was trying to leave by 2,
By 2.
originally.
Oh.
And
To get there at 4.
get back at 4.
How long a drive is it? 2 hours?
2-ish, like an hour and 45 to
That's
2.
not bad.
If like you hit traffic, it's 2.
That's still not horrible.
But it's not bad. It's just like it's an annoyance. Like
Yeah.
it's 2 hours.
Like driving to Columbia.
But I was over that, and then she showed up late. We're already like the food was ready.
Yeah, I hate
I'm
that.
not waiting for her. It's warm. It's ready. I'm gonna eat my food.
I think that should be a rule. If you show up late, tough shit.
She came
Yeah.
in and she goes, "You guys are already eating without us," and I was like,
Yes, you're
I looked at her and said,
beyond late.
"You are beyond late. Like you were debating even showing up to this."
And I'm guessing this is something you got there at like 11:30 or 12. You're gonna see your family for a while, hang out, have some
I was
snacks.
there from Thursday to Sunday,
Oh, so you're there for a while.
so I was there for a while. So she
is
had
that your
time.
house? At your parents' house?
Yeah. So
Okay.
she had time to come see us.
Right.
She doesn't live with us. Like she lives with her boyfriend now, but she had time to come see me. She had time to like figure out plans.
Right.
She didn't leave Chicago, which is like 3-ish hours from
That sounds
Springfield.
about right.
Didn't leave Chicago till like 10 a.m.
Oh, I'd be aggravated.
And then there was rain, traffic,
Yeah.
everything. And I'm like, why?
I was a little late, but I was coming from somewhere else, and I had
Yeah.
to go home and get something.
No, I was over it. So I said, bye. I left the family group chat because she kept texting like updates about her drive. And I ate lunch, I guess, and left.
I'm not a huge fan of Easter food.
I
I'm-
like
I'm
ham.
Not, I'm
so
not a
I-
ham person. I'm a turkey person.
I don't like holiday food, period.
Thanksgiving.
I
have
don't
a
like.
field day.
I won't eat any Thanksgiving food. I don't like any Christmas food. And
You don't like mashed potatoes?
Not really.
Really?
I'll like very, very, very smooth mashed potatoes, but that's it.
You're hurting
Yeah.
me here.
Hmm?
You're hurting my heart here.
No,
I love mashed potatoes.
I don't. I can enjoy a green bean casserole, but I don't like stuffing. I don't eat turkey. I don't like ham very much.
Are you a turkey person?
Mm-mm.
No?
My sister is.
Do you
I
not like it because
ham.
it's dry?
Yeah.
You know a way to fix it? This is going to sound weird. But hear me out on this one. I love dip, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard Rotel?
No.
Yeah.
Put Rotel on a turkey sandwich. Change your life.
Yeah, it'll kill you from
Oh,
a heart
my
attack.
God. All right. Well, the computer's starting to lag because it's running out of room. So
Oh, no, it does that when we did like our Lions Den show.
you guys only do half hour on that.
Yeah, and literally the entire time I'm sitting back here, I'm like, so blah, 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 blah. Like, I
watching
ask my
the thing,
question, and then
Yeah.
like they'll start answering, and I'm like,
We did one last year. Did you know Cooper Justice on the baseball team?
yeah,
We had him on.
yeah.
He's a great guy. Him and George on the football team.
Because he played football. So
He played
Cooper
football. Yeah, he
Justice
played
was
football.
a dual sport
Yeah.
athlete here, yes.
We had him and George Mickey Hahn on. And George said 6 words. Well, he's a friend of the show. We haven't seen him in a while.
Anyway.
Well, George said all of like 6 words in class.
Mm-hmm.
He did 4.5 hours. The computer crashed twice.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know how scared I was? Because it was a good interview, too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was like this, where it was just nonsense, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And we were enjoying it, and it was, yeah. And we're getting to the point of starting lagging, so that's usually our sign to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because you said 45 minutes, and we're 2.5 in.
Slay!
How
Guys,
did we do that?
My
I told you, it
favorite thing.
happens. We have that effect on people.
My favorite thing is getting our professor to say slay.
Slay.
one?
He says it.
Which, he does?
He said it in seminar yesterday.
Oh, that one. Okay,
Yeah.
I was thinking of a different one.
I bet you I could get Paul to say it.
Do it. Come in drunk and get him to say it.
Next Thursday. Yeah, I bet you I could do it.
That sounds like fun.
I bet you I could just be like, "Hey, Paul."
Yeah.
He would probably be like, "You didn't bring any for me."
Literally, I just show up with like a bag full of shooters for him. Like, hey!
Hey, yeah, at that point, you're already graduated.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already finished everything. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to plug anything? Social media? Where people can find you? You put your any of that stuff?
Yeah, follow me.
Put your photography. Drop the photography.
So I have like multiple Instagram accounts here. Follow me. Just my regular account is EmilyAnn_111.
Isn't that your account name on everything?
Everything. I also just love the number 11.
Okay.
So, and then, because I was born on the 11th.
Oh, okay.
And then my photography one is EmilyAnn_photography11.
Everything's Emily Ann.
Yes, I love my middle name as well. So, yeah, follow me there. If you play baseball, repost it. Or just like it.
Something.
Or
Acknowledge
do
it.
anything.
Or do
with
anything. Acknowledge the fact that I took your photo.
They're good pictures.
They are
Yeah.
good
Worked hard.
pictures.
Yeah.
You got anything? What do you want to plug?
I have a lash business. I do lashes. I'm charging at $35 for lift and tints. I also do clusters. Lift and tint.
I don't know what that means. But
Beauty
okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Go follow the Instagram Lashes by Issa. It's really easy to find. I'm
It
also
is.
learning how to do brow lamination and tints.
Ooh, I don't know what any of that means, but it
okay.
sounds fancy.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Were we frozen over there completely? No, we're not. Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, we got to wrap this up. Find them on Instagram. We'll post it. Next week, we may have 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get 2 episodes. We may have 2 guests because it'll be the last time we're in studio for a long time. So, yeah, other than that, Emily and Issa, thank you guys for coming on today. We had a lot of fun with you guys. We'll see you next time.